morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone, wherever you're at in the world. Welcome to Last Raps Baseball's live commentary of the World Baseball Classic qualifiers. And coming up here shortly, we are going to feature Nicaragua versus Chinese Taipei. We'll give you the starting lineups for both here in just a couple moments. This is the sixth game and final game of the round robin, as Chinese Taipei is sitting at 1-1. Nicaragua is 2-0. With a victory tonight, Nicaragua at 2-0 could clinch themselves a spot into the World Baseball Classic. A loss tonight to Chinese Taipei, and then it throws everything into the mixer. As Spain has won earlier today, they were able to knock off the Republic of South Africa in their ball game. And what would happen is we would end up having to go to what we would have is a three-way tiebreaker. That game yesterday between the Republic of South Africa and Spain ended in the similar score as it did the night before at this time against Chinese Taipei. It was a 9-1 victory for Spain over the Republic of South Africa. And we'll go through the scenarios of the tiebreakers a little bit later on, but by the looks of it, I believe it is the runs scored, and then they have the innings and so on and so forth. Well, Spain has certainly done their part. They put up a lot of runs in the games that they've played. The only one was against Nicaragua, where they lost a 2-1 decision. Nicaragua, who's 2-0, have won both of their games in walk-off fashion, winning in the 10th inning. Both games have been 2-1 finals. And tonight they are going to be playing Chinese Taipei as the visitors for the first time in the tournament. So we're excited to see how this is going to play out. I would like to think, or I would probably think that in the eyes of the tournament organizers, they would probably prefer to have Chinese Taipei playing in that game on Tuesday. And for that, it would probably mean another sellout for the tournament in Taipei, as it will be the second and the third place teams that are going to be going head-to-head against one another. So we'll see how this plays out here tonight. A victory by Chinese Taipei, as we said, will be a three-way tie. Now, even if Chinese Taipei lost tonight and they ended up at 1-2, they would be playing in the 2-3 game regardless, and then it would be the Spain who they would get the rematch against in that second game. But I don't know if I'd want to take those chances if I could try to win it outright here tonight. And so we're going to give you the starting lineups. And first of all, those starting lineups are going to come from the visitors from Nicaragua. The leadoff hitter here tonight is Juan Montes. He leads off and he plays in right field. Batting second and playing second base is number 5, Brandon Layton. Hitting third and in center field is number 97, Chase Dawson. In the cleanup spot and playing first base is number 28, Elian Miranda. Hitting in the 5 spot and doing the designated hitting is number 1, Benjamin Alegria. I hope I said that correctly. And batting in the 6th spot is the third baseman, number 48, Elian Rayo. Batting 7th is the shortstop, number 23, Freddie Zamora. Hitting 8th and doing the catching is number 25, Ronald Rivera. And batting 9th and in left field is number 45, Omar Mendoza. And they are going to be facing Sheng Xiu, who takes to the hill, making his debut tonight for Chinese Taipei. Well, that's your starting lineup for Nicaragua. Now your starting lineup for the home team tonight, Chinese Taipei. Leading off in left field is number 20, Chi Wei Lin. Hitting second at second base is number 15, Zhu Wei Lin. Hitting third and doing the designated hitting is number 24, Chi Xian Chen. In the cleanup spot and playing shortstop is number 18, Yu Chang. Batting 5th at third base is number 39, Nin Ting Wu. Batting 6th in center field is number 3, that's going to be Wen Ji Chen. Hitting 7th at first base is number 6, Po Swang Wang. Batting 8th and doing the catching is number 63, Xiaoheng Chiang. And batting 9th in right field, wearing number 88, is Cheng Jui Sung. And they are going to be facing tonight for Nicaragua. It'll be Dilmer Mejia, who takes to the hill. He's got the opportunity to punch the ticket for Nicaragua to get into next year's World Baseball Classic. And what a boon that would be for that nation. Well, those are your starting lineups. We appreciate everybody who has come in tonight. Our friend God is Great is here, listening in from Japan. So it's Nicaragua and Chinese Taipei. When we come back in just a few, we appreciate you guys for listening in to us on the Last Raps Baseball YouTube channel. We'll be back with the first call in just a couple moments.
Hello, this is Eric Fox, formerly of the Oakland A's and Texas Rangers baseball teams. you want to learn about Japanese baseball, see Coach Fred with Last Raps Baseball. If you want baseball instruction, see Coach Fred. If you want to learn about golf, do not go to Coach Fred. Fred, what kind of club is this?
At Last Raps Baseball, we know baseball. Welcome back, everybody. We are going to just take you through the tiebreaker rule here for the World Baseball Classic and how the standings will end up working out here. They have a few different ones. Obviously, the first one is head-to-head, but that's an easy one. But we're going to have a multi-team tiebreaker, which potentially could be the problem. So, first of all, if it was Spain to win, Spain has won tonight, so they are 2-1. If Nicaragua wins, they go to 3-0. Well, that means that Nicaragua punches their ticket straight on through, and it'll be a battle of Chinese Taipei and Spain on Tuesday to see who is going to be going through to the Classic next year. If it is a Chinese Taipei victory tonight, then that starts to get into a multi-team tiebreaker. And sort of the way that it works is the lowest quotient of runs allowed divided by the number of defensive outs recorded in games between the teams that are tied. So in other words, those defensive outs are going to be how many defensive innings that you have. And so the team that gave up the fewest number of runs per defensive outs in games against the other two teams will go on to advance. And well, right now, team in the driver's seat there, for all intents and purposes at this moment, is Nicaragua. Nicaragua gave up 1 run against the Republic of South Africa and gave up 1 run against Spain in their 2 victories. So they are in a pretty good position right now. They'd absolutely have to get obliterated today. On the flip side of the coin, the scores that have been put up against Chinese Taipei, Spain stuck 12 runs on the board against them. And then last night, there was 1 run given up by against the Republic of South Africa. So 13 runs scored against Chinese Taipei. And then when you look at Spain, Spain has given up 5 runs against Chinese Taipei, and then only 1 run allowed against the ball club against the Republic of South Africa. That gives them 6th. And then against Nicaragua, they lost 2-1. So they've had 8 defensive runs that have been against them. Of course, then you have to calculate out the innings and so on and so forth. So I guess the thing tonight for Nicaragua is if you lose, probably got to keep it under about 5 runs. You can't let Chinese Taipei run roughshod over you, or you could be in some trouble. But I would have to say, based on that information that I've provided, I would probably be pointing the finger at Spain to be in the driver's seat. Something disastrous would really have to happen to Nicaragua. So Nicaragua, it basically has to win out. They've got to be able to get the runs tonight, win out, win the ball game, and then they're going to be able to go through. Well, Sasheng Su is just completing his warm-up tosses, and we're about ready to get this one underway. But that sort of sets up the scenario for you on how this will have to play out. So coming to bat here for Nicaragua to get things going here in the top of the first inning, it is going to be Juan Montez. It'll be Brandon Layton and Chase Dawson to follow as the pitcher has just completed his tosses, and we're in the driver's seat ready to go here. Another full house at the Taipei Dome here tonight with over 40,000 fans in attendance expected. Is going to be Chinese Taipei in their home white uniforms. Nicaragua is going to be with the blue tops and the gray pants. They're in the road style or traditional road style unis. And the first pitch of the ball game is underway. It is a fastball that swung on and lifted foul into the seats down the first base line. And the count is 0-1 to Juan Montez. Montez in the tournament is 3 for 8. He's got no homers and no runs batted in, but he does sport one of the best mustaches in the tournament as the right-hander delivers a fastball that just misses inside. He had squared the bunt, but then pulled back late. The count now is 1-1 to Montez. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Right-hander ready to deliver again. He kicks and he fires. It's a fastball swung on. This is hammered foul just past the third base coach's box, and the count goes to 1-2. Umpires for tonight's game, it is Iksu Kim, the Korean behind the plate. Ty Krause is at first, Scott Costello is at second, and Ben Phillips is the third base umpire. As the right-hander again gets his sign. And now he goes into the motion and delivers. It is a breaking ball that misses down and away, and the count goes even to 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes to Montez. Both of these teams have used quite a bit of their bullpen throughout the tournament as well, as the right-hander kicks and delivers. There's a fastball swung on, rolled over to short, fielded by Yu Chang, and he bobbles it, and he is not going to be able to make the play. That is going to be an error charged to the shortstop as Juan Montez reaches safely on the error, and that'll bring up the second baseman, Brandon Layton. So a routine ground ball that he had to charge. He circled the baseball. He got it into his glove, but it was on the exchange that he wasn't able to make the transfer. And so Yu Chang, who has had moments of stardom for the Chinese Taipei national team, certainly not in that situation there. Here's the first pitch to Layton. It's a fastball that misses way upstairs. The count is 1-0. Layton, he is from Leon, Nicaragua. He is 3 for 8 in the tournament. He's got a homer and 1 RBI. Bats from the right side here against the right-handed throwing Siu. And they throw over to first base, and diving back in time is Montez. Defensively tonight for the Taiwanese, it'll be Chi Wei Lin is in left field. The center fielder is Wen Ji Chen. In right field, it is Cheng Jui Sung. We'll get to the infield in just a moment as the right-hander delivers. Fastball swung on, lined in the left center field. It's going to get down for a base hit, and it's going to get up the gap. It's cut off by the center fielder, Chen, rounding third and heading home, and the throw to the plate is going to be offline. And cruising into second base with a double and an RBI is Brandon Layton. So just like that, the Nicaraguans have come out and made the Chinese Taipei pay. After that error by Yu Chang, an RBI double off the bat of Brandon Layton has made the score 1-0. The ball was absolutely scorched. It was a good job there by the center fielder to cut it off. Otherwise, if it went to the wall, it could have been 3. As Layton had pulled into second base, that's his 4th hit of the tournament. I have to say, Montez digging hard all the way from first base to score that run. Well, the catcher, Chang, has gone up to the mound to talk to his pitcher, and now that conference is over. It's going to bring Chase Dawson to the plate. Dawson is 1 for 8 in the tournament. And the pitch on the way is a fastball that just misses outside, and the count is 1-0 to Dawson. Dawson hitting from the left side. He is from Indiana, state of Indiana, the 27-year-old, playing for the Nicaraguans, so obviously has some birthrights with parents. There's a fastball that is taken for a called strike. Very slow and deliberate call by the home plate umpire. We had to hang in there for that one. Weren't sure he was going to make that call or not. So 1 ball and 1 strike it is. Again, the right-hander works to the set, checks the runner, now delivers. It's a fastball that misses outside, and the count now goes to 2-1 on Dawson. Dawson, a left-handed hitter. He's the first one that we've seen in the Nicaraguan lineup, as he waits here on the offering from the right-hander Siu. 1-0 here early on, Nicaragua in the lead, top of the first. Fastball misses down. It's now 3-1. So kind of wonder exactly how long they may consider staying with the right-hander Siu, but certainly Chinese Taipei not showing the karma or the swagger that they had in the Premier 12 so far in these first couple of games. Here comes the pitch. Fastball swung on, lined into left center field. This is going to get down for a base hit. Rounding third and heading home, and scoring the second run of the game will be Brandon Layton. So Chase Dawson's got himself an RBI single. And the Nicaraguans have an early 2-0 lead here in the first inning. And that is going to bring up the first baseman, Elian Miranda. So one would have to think, no matter what happens at this point here, that the Nicaraguans, certainly by scoring runs early here, if they can put on a few more, even if they ended up losing in this ball game, the runs scored would certainly hurt Chinese Taipei in their run difference. But as we mentioned, Nicaragua looking to win the ball game so they could punch their ticket into the World Baseball Classic. So Elliot Miranda, the first baseman, steps to the plate. He's 0 for 6 in the tournament. And he swings through a first pitch 90-mile-an-hour fastball. The count is quickly 0-1. We didn't give you the defensive alignment in the infield for Chinese Taipei. Around the horn from first to third, Wang is at first. Zhu Weilin at second. Yu Chang is at short. The third baseman is Ning-Ting Wu. As that fastball misses upstairs, and the count is 1-1. With the battery of Su and Chiang. And the right-hander again throws over to first base, and scampering back in time is Dawson. Concerned about Dawson, but as a whole, there's only been a couple of stolen bases in the tournament for Nicaragua. The leadoff hitter Montez has one, and the designated hitter Alegria has one as well, as that pitch is a fastball that swung on and chopped foul over on the third base side. Count is 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. As we mentioned, we do welcome everybody who comes into the games and into the streams. If you listen live or on delay, it is great to have you with us. So runner at first is Dawson. 2 runs have come across the board already for Nicaragua here as they have an early 2-0 lead. And Elian Miranda at the plate here with 1 ball and 2 strikes to his name as the right-hander Su checks the runner at first. Here comes the pitch. Fastball that's taken for a called third strike, a really delayed call, but the home plate umpire does the bow and arrow and he punches out Miranda. Miranda shaking his head as he walks back to the dugout, doesn't think the call is right. He is going to be gone for the first out. We get a look at the replay on that one, and I have to say we get it from 2 different angles. You can see the up-down, but you can't always see the in-out when you are on the side view. And the up-down, it looked like it was a little bit to be desired. That really caught the lowest part of the knees as possible, if it did at all. So with 1 gone, that brings up to the plate Benjamin Alegria, and the first pitch he swings at is swung on and lifted foul down the right field line, and the count is quickly 0-1. Alegria in the tournament is 2 for 5. He's got no homers and 1 run driven in, getting the start as the designated hitter tonight. So the runner at first, Dawson, 2 runs on the board for Nicaragua, as Chinese Taipei finds themselves in the early deficit here. As the right-hander looks in, gets the sign from his catcher, and now works himself to the set. And now he flips it over to first base, and getting back easily in time is the base runner, Dawson. 1-1 to Alegria as the right-hander Su works set, now delivers. Fastball misses inside. Count goes to 1-1. Chinese Taipei looking to get to the Classic or find their way back into the World Baseball Classic. It would be great to see that nation there. At the same time, too, I look at Nicaragua, what it would be like for them to be there. There's a fastball that misses inside, and the count now goes to 2-1. When you think of certain nations, or you think of nations that could use a shot in the arm for more baseball, Nicaragua would be one as well, especially on that high-profile stage. 2 teams from this group will go on. As we mentioned, the winner outright, if Nicaragua wins tonight, they punch their ticket. Fastball, that catches the inside corner for a called strike. The count goes to 2-2. And then it'll be the battle of Spain and Chinese Taipei on Tuesday. It'll be Tuesday, 7 o'clock local time. If you're listening in North America, it'll be 3 a.m. Pacific. As there's a breaking ball that misses down and away. I don't know if the batter went around or not, but sliding into second base with a stolen base is Chase Dawson. We're going to see there if they rung up Alegria. I didn't catch it, if he has been rung up or not. He did attempt to swing at the pitch, but I don't know if he pulled back in time. So Dawson has moved himself into scoring position with that stolen base. And it's 3 balls and 2 strikes to Alegria. He did hold up in time. So runner at second with 1 gone. Alegria looking to do some damage. Nicaragua looking for another run. And there's a breaking ball swung on. This ball is hit into left field, not deep enough. Coming over underneath it is the left fielder, Lin. He camps out and he makes the catch. And that is going to retire Alegria for the second out of the inning. That's going to leave it all up to Elian Rayo. So certainly not a good piece of hitting by Allegri at the end of the day. Did not advance that runner over, especially getting him into scoring position. All you got to do is get the ball to the right side, move him along, and then you got all kinds of ways to score him from third. So the 21-year-old Elian Arreo steps to the plate. And the first pitch is a breaking ball that misses down and away, and the count is 1-0. Arreo looking for his first hit in the tournament. It is 0 for 5. Another one who bats from the right side here against the right-handed throwing Siu. As he checks the runner Dawson at second, here's the pitch. Fastball swung on and chopped foul over on the third base side. The count goes even to 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike to Arreo. Chinese Taipei in the hole here early, but the bats will be coming next. We'll see how they respond. As the right-hander works to the set position, now delivers. Fastball swung on, grounded to the left side. Oh, a nice diving play by Nin Ting Wu. He gets up, he throws to first. Oh, that's a web gem there. And so that'll do it here in the inning for Nicaragua. That goes down as a ground out 5-3 to end the inning for the third out. But they draw first blood to the Nicaraguans. They scored 2 runs in the inning on the benefit of 2 hits. There was an error. There was 1 runner left aboard. We are through a half inning. Your score is Nicaragua 2, Chinese Taipei no score. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a few with all the action. Appreciate you guys for hanging in here with us on the Last Raps Baseball YouTube channel. We'll be back after this. Throughout the game, we'll entertain you with our friend Steve Rademacher. Be sure to check out his channel once this game is complete. It is the Last Raps Baseball YouTube channel. Here is our friend Steve.
This is Steve Rademacher, and I'd like to introduce you to my channel if you haven't seen it before. These are all the things I enjoy: sports, autographs, relics, non-sports Hall of Famers, pseudo-sports, Star Wars. That's my channel name and my name. And I would really appreciate it if you would come check me out and maybe even subscribe if you like it. Thank you for that for now, and back to your ball game.
Welcome back, everybody, and thanks for checking in with us there, Steve. You'll see him throughout the night as he will keep you entertained with all his wacky stuff. It is going to be Chi Wei Lin, Zhu Wei Lin, and Chi Xian Chen to come to bat here to face the left-hander Dilmer Mejia. So the 27-year-old left-hander ready to go. He delivers a first pitch fastball that misses down and away, and the count is quickly 1-0. Lin in the tournament here is 3 for 9 as he bats from the left side against the left-hander, who kicks and delivers another fastball at 85 that misses outside, and the count is 2-0. So 2 balls and no strikes. Left-hander versus the left-hander. Mejia rocking himself into the windup, and he kicks and delivers. There's a fastball that misses down and away, and it's 3 balls and no strikes. So that's what happens usually when you see teams. You've got to come out and put up a 0 after you've given yourself a couple of runs early on here. 2-0 pitch on the way, fastball taken for a called strike. Count now goes to 3-1. So Nicaragua not doing themselves any favors here earlier, or is Mejia not by attacking the hitters. There's a fastball swung on. This is lifted foul into the seats. Count is now 3-2. So looks like 85 miles an hour is what we're going to be seeing out of the left-hander here. That might be max speed. But we'll have to see if he picks up and has a little bit extra in the tank to try to put a hitter away. 3-2 pitch on the way. Fastball at 86 swung on and fouled away, and the count remains at 3-2. So 3 balls, 2 strikes. As we said, another good crowd on hand at the Taipei Dome here tonight. Lefty again delivers. Fastball swung on, and another one lifted into the seats foul. That time it was at 88, so he does have a little extra in the tank. So 3 balls, 2 strikes it remains here to Chen. And Mejia, he wastes no time. Here comes the pitch. Rocking into the windup and delivering. It is a fastball taken at the knees for a called third strike. Lin stood there like the house by the side of the road, and the Korean home plate umpire went up at the right hand and punched him out. He is gone for the first out of the inning. And that is going to bring up the second baseman, Zue Lin. Well, Zue Lin has had a pretty decent tournament. He is a 2 for 5, no homers and 1 RBI. Lin made a couple of nice defensive plays in the ballgame the other night as the first pitch fastball is delivered and taken on the outside corner for a called strike. The count is 0-1. I hate to call the balls and strikes because we really have to wait for this home plate umpire. He is very, very deliberate. Pitch on the way. It is a fastball that misses outside, and the count goes even to 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Sometimes not always sure what the home plate umpire has to offer here. Here comes the 1-1 from Mejia as he delivers. It's a fastball swung on. It is taken on 1 hop by the second baseman as he knocks it down and keeps it in front. A nice play there by the Nicaraguan second baseman, Leighton, and he throws to first. That's going to retire Lin on a ground out 4-3. So 2 up and 2 in the books here for Chinese Taipei. And that is going to bring up the designated hitter, Chi Xian Chen. Defensively tonight for the Nicaraguans from left to right field, it is Omar Mendoza is in left. The center fielder is Chase Dawson with Juan Montes in right. As the first pitch is taken for a called strike on the inside corner to Chen. Around the horn from first to third, Miranda's at first, Leighton's at second. Zamora's the shortstop with the third baseman, Rayo, with Mejia and Rivera as the battery. As that breaking ball is swung on, it's lifted into the seats well beyond the third base line, and the count now is 0-2. Mental note for self when watching games in Taiwan, try not to sit right behind the third base dugout, as there's a lot of young ladies who are dancing on the dugouts, might have an obstructed view. Fastball misses outside. The count is 1-2. Get a chuckle as they're up doing their dances on the dugouts, but right in the way of the sight lines. I want to make sure I'm above that so I don't have to see that unless I want to at times. Here's the pitch. Fastball misses inside, and the count now goes to 2-2. Chi Xian Chen is 2 for 7 in the tournament. No homers and a couple RBIs as he stands in here against the left-hander Mejia, who is ready to deliver the 2-2. Here's the pitch on the way. It is a breaking ball down. They appeal over to the third base umpire, but they say that Chen didn't go. Now we'll get a look at the replay on that one. I'm not so sure about that. If I was the Nicaraguan bench, I'd be up in arms. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Chen. So here comes the payoff pitch as Mejia rocks himself into the windup, kicks and delivers. Another fastball swung on and fouled away, and the count remains at 3-2. I have to say, outside of falling behind the leadoff hitter at 3 balls and no strikes, Mejia has really settled in and found the strike zone. Here comes the full count pitch yet again as he rocks into the windup and delivers. Breaking ball swung on and another one fouled off into the seats, and the battle will continue. He has thrown 18 pitches in the inning and 11 have gone for strikes. But in saying that, he's gone full count to 2 of the 3 hitters he's faced, and he's really had to work, Mejia. Here's the pitch. Fastball just misses outside. That's going to be ball 4. That's going to bring up the shortstop, Yu Chang. That is what we noticed last night in the game with South Africa. I hate to say it, but Chinese Taipei last night, even though they won the game, it was really South Africa lost the game. South Africa walked 9 batters. They hit 4 batters. So that's 13 that reached base without having to do anything other than either get plugged or watch balls go by out of the strike zone. There's a first pitch fastball delivered to Chang, and he knifes that into right field for a base hit. Stopping at second is going to be Chen. That's going to put runners at first and second. And that's the first hit of the ball game for Chinese Taipei. That's going to bring up Nin Ting Wu to the plate. Nice piece of hitting there by Yu Chang. He stayed inside the ball, inside out it the other way. And so he collects himself his 3rd hit of the tournament. So here comes Wu to the plate. Wu is 4 for 11 in the tournament. No homers and a couple RBIs. has played some stellar defense as well. And the first pitch is a breaking ball taken for a called strike. The count is 0-1. I mentioned Ningting Wu had applied his trade in the Japanese league with the Saitama Cebu Lions. He's on the wrong side of 30 now at 31. Here comes the pitch. Breaking ball swung on, lifted into left field. Camping out underneath it and with plenty of room to make the catch is the left fielder Mendoza, and that is going to do it. So they put a couple of runners on, but they don't score to Chinese Taipei. And through one complete inning, your score is Nicaragua 2, Chinese Taipei nothing. No runs, one hit, no error, and nobody left the board. We'll be back in just a few as it is Nicaragua 2, Chinese Taipei no score. Stick around. We'll be back in just a bit. Appreciate you guys for being with us.
Hello, this is Eric Fox, formerly of the Oakland A's and Texas Rangers baseball teams. If you want to learn about Japanese baseball, see Coach Fred of Last Raps Baseball. If you want baseball instruction, see Coach Fred. If you want to learn about golf, do not go to Coach Fred. Fred, what kind of club is this?
At Last Raps Baseball, we know baseball.
Well, you've got to have an ace in the hole, a little secret that nobody knows. Life is a gamble, a game we all play, but you've got to save something for a rainy day. You've got to learn to play your cards right if you expect to win in life. Don't put it all on the line for just one roll. You've got to have an ace in the hole.
Welcome back, everybody. That is our friend Matt Hollis. Be sure to check him out after the ball game, and that is another Hollis build. It'll be the bottom three in the batting order to come to bat for Nicaragua here in the second inning, and that means Freddie Zamora, Ronald Rivera, and Omar Mendoza to get things going here for the Nicaraguans against Chinese Taipei. Jumped out to an early 2-0 lead as they capitalized on the error by Yu Cheng. And then it was an RBI double off the bat of Brandon Leighton and an RBI single from Chase Dawson. Let's put the Nicaraguans out in front. And there's a first pitch fastball that misses up and away to Freddie Zamora, and the count is quickly 1-0. Zamora 1 for 5 in the tournament. No homers and 1 run driven in. As the pitch is a fastball that misses down and away, and the count now goes to 2-0 on Zamora. The 26-year-old is originally from the capital, Managua, as that was where he was born, as the right-hander waits, and it is a fastball swung on and tap foul over on the third base side. Count is now 2-1. We're talking a little bit about the physical size of the players, specifically the positional players. We were watching last night the game from South Africa, and we were noting on how many players are under 6 foot. As that fastball misses inside, it's now 3 balls and a strike. Players that are 6 foot or more for the Nicaraguans, their catcher, Ronald Rivera, is 6 on the button. As the 3-1 pitch is on the way, it's a breaking ball swung on and tap foul. Count is now full here to Zamora. In the infield, not in the game tonight, is Fredville Chavez. He stands in at 6'4". Elian Miranda is 6'1". You look at Rejo, the third baseman, he's at 6. Trujillo's at 6'1". Zamora at 6 foot. So just the overall physical size of the players is significantly different. Fastball swung on, it is popped up over on the right side of the infield. Moving over underneath it is the first baseman, Wong, and he's there to make the catch. And Zamora is going to be retired for the first out of the inning. And then the same thing in the outfield, where they do have Montez as somebody who's over 6 foot, but the rest is not so much. But very, very interesting. At least I find it interesting in those regards. When you look at the way that the physical size of the athletes are, bigger, faster, much to be able to select and to draw from. There's a first pitch that's a fastball taken for a called strike. The count is 0-1 to Rivera. Just because you have size doesn't mean you have the skill to go with it, but 2 things in the sport, size and speed, is what you can't teach. Fastball misses upstairs. The count is 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike to Rivera. We've got our friend Charlize Feng in here tonight. We welcome you. As the pitch is on the way, it is a fastball swung on, grounded over on the third base side. Count as 1-2 to Rivera. Or is it Charles E. Feng? Maybe. I'm not sure if I've said that correctly or not. So here we go. 1-2 to Rivera as the right-hander delivers. It is a breaking ball that is swung on. It is popped up over on the left side of the infield. Camping out underneath it is the third baseman, Ning-Ting Wu, and he's there to make the catch. And that is going to retire Rivera for the second out of the inning. So 2 up and 2 away, and that's going to leave it up to the left fielder, Omar Mendoza. So for Mendoza in the tournament, he is 0 for 3. He gets the start in left field tonight. I got to tell you, Mendoza, though, he looks like he has had a few extra meals in his day. He is quite portly in stature. 27-year-old. Another one hails from Managua. He's only 5'7", but he's 210 pounds. So if you think of Major League Baseball, think of Alejandro Kirk, as there's a fastball. This is upstairs. Count goes to 2-0 on Mendoza. And Alejandro Kirk, of course, is the catcher for the Toronto Blue Jays. Very similar profile in terms of their stature. So 2 balls, no strikes as the right-hander Su kicks and delivers. Fastball swung on and tap foul over on the third base side. Count goes to 2-1. So in talking about the Chinese Taipei victory last night, one of the things, as I mentioned earlier, was that there was 9 walks that they were issued by the South Africans, and they were hit 4 times. And in so much as I don't know if they won the game as much as South Africa beat themselves. There's a fastball swung on. It is grounded up the middle past the pitcher into center field. And Mendoza's got himself a 2-out single, so he is aboard. That's going to bring up the top of the order in Juan Montez. And so when you watch the way that Chinese Taipei has played in these first 2 games, they lost the game outright to Spain in the first one, 12-5. Weren't really in it. The last 3 runs were kind of consolation runs scored late in the back third of the ball game. But last night, even though they won the game 9-1, it was a beatdown of themselves by South Africa. There was a breaking ball taken for a called strike. Count is 0-1. Montez to be followed by Brandon Layton should he get on. 2 gone here in the inning as the pitch is on the way. It's a fastball swung on and it's fouled straight back as it reaches the seats. So no balls and 1 strike to Juan Montez. As we said, Montez arguably with the best mustache in the tournament. He's got himself an old school handlebar going on. He would make Raleigh fingers proud. Here comes the 0-2 offering now. As the right-hander Su delivers, fastball swung on, another one lined into center field. It's going to get down for a base hit. And rounding second, but hanging on to second is Mendoza. And so it's a 2-out rally here as back-to-back singles by Nicaragua. They've got something brewing again here, and that's going to bring Brandon Layton to the plate. Well, for Brandon Layton, he is 1 for 1 tonight. He had a RBI double in the first inning. 4 for 9 in the tournament, homer and a couple RBIs. And we have the pitching coach out to the mound as he's come out to have a few words with the infield and with Su. So a short conference as he's making his way back to the dugout. I got a kick out of the pitching coach for the Chinese Taipei. What I get a kick out of is that whenever he leaves the mound, he always is on pretty much a full-on sprint. So he is the one that's there. He comes off the mound and he is just goosing it. I'm not sure who that is. I'll have to get his number here because you see the different coaches. I think it's Yuping Lin, but I'll have to do a verification on that. Here comes the first pitch. Breaking ball delivered to Layton, taken for a called strike. Count is 0-1. Layton also came around and scored the second run of the game when he was driven home by Chase Dawson. So Nicaragua with a chance to extend their lead here. Breaking ball missing down and away, and the count goes to 1-1. First 2 games, Nicaragua won both their games against Spain and the Republic of South Africa by 2-1 scores, and they had scored late certainly in the first game against South Africa, and obviously to walk it off against the Spanish as well. Here's the pitch. It is a fastball that misses up and away, and the count is 2-1. So 2 balls and 1 strike. Right-hander against the right-hander. Sue getting his sign from his catcher Chang. Works to the set. Checks the runner at second. Checks him again. Now kicks and fires. Fastball swung on, lifted into the seats, foul down the right field line. Count goes to 2-2 on Leighton. I have to say that Leighton, who does have a home run in the tournament, did that against Spain, as he had hammered a pitch into the left field seat, so he has some pop. There's a breaking ball that misses down. A good stop there by the catcher Chang to keep that in front, but that's going to run the count now full. So the runners are going to be in motion here. So 3 balls and 2 strikes. And I'm curious also, too, to see how Chinese Taipei is going to manage this. They may just let Siu run out. It's an 85 pitch limit is what they are allowed to have in the qualifiers. There's a breaking ball swung on, his chop softly over to short. Fielding it on the run is Chang. He has to hurry, and he throws out Leighton on a ground out 6-3. He's gone for the 3rd out of the inning, and that will do it here for Nicaragua. Well, they threaten, but they don't score. Everything all with 2 outs. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, 2 left aboard. We are now through 1.5. Your score is Nicaragua 2, Chinese Taipei no score. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back with the call in just a few. Appreciate you for hanging in here with us tonight on the Last Raps Baseball YouTube channel. We got ourselves a 2-0 ball game. We'll be back in just a few. It is Nicaragua on top. Right after this, we'll be returning. Welcome back, everybody. It is going to be the bottom of the 2nd inning. It'll be Woonji Chen, Po Swang Wong, and Xiaohuang Chang to come to bat here against the left-hander Dilmer Mejia. On for his 2nd inning work. 22 pitches in the 1st inning for the lefty, as he delivers a first pitch fastball that's taken for a called strike. The count is 0-1. No balls and 1 strike. 27-year-old Chen waggling the bat here from the left side against the lefty Mejia, who rocks himself into the windup and delivers. There's a slow breaking ball swung at and missed, and the count is 0-2. I like that. That is, he took a little bit off of that pitch and had the hitter way out in front. His piece of pitching there by the lefty. So here he is again here, Mejia ready to go as he rocks himself into the windup and delivers. Fastball misses off the outside corner, and the count now goes to 1-2. So a ball and 2 strikes. As a reminder, tomorrow's a night off, but we will call the 2-3 game in this group on the Tuesdays. So hopefully you could join us for that. There's a breaking ball waved at and missed. And Mejia firing his slop up to the plate, able to retire Chen for the 1st out of the inning. He's gone for 1, and that'll bring up the first baseman, Po Swang Wong. So Wong has entered the game tonight. He has been absolutely on fire. He is 6 for 9. No homers and 1 RBI. And the pitch on the way is a slow breaking ball that drops in for a called strike. And the count is 0-1. 24-year-old, is from Taoyuan, Taiwan. As the left-hander gets the sign from his catcher Rivera and delivers. It's a breaking ball, waved at and missed. The count now goes to 0-2. So no balls in, 2 strikes here to Wong. Working quickly is the mantra of Mejia as he rocks into that windup and delivers. Fastball misses outside. Count goes to 1-2. So a ball and 2 strikes. Again, the lefty getting the sign from his catcher, rocking into the windup as he kicks and fires. There's a breaking ball that misses down. It's now 2-2 to Wong. And certainly one thing that the Republic of South Africa couldn't do last night is retire Chinese Taipei in order. You got to have a couple of those innings in here as well if you're going to try to get through and eat up some innings. Here's the pitch. Fastball comes inside and backs Wong off the plate. He looked like a plastic man on that one, or an elastic man, as he really had to contort his body to get out of the way. Leaning out over the plate, and he was able to back him off. So let's see if he goes away to put him away. Here comes the 3-2 pitch as he gets the sign from his catcher, and he rocks into the windup and delivers. Breaking ball swung on, and it's going to be lined into center field for a base hit. So the hot hitting of Wong continues with his 7th hit of the shortened tournament here. So he's got himself a single, and that'll bring up the catcher, Xiaohong Cheng. Even an unconventional 1-2-3 inning would work in the favor of the Nicaraguans, but what I'm curious here is to see if they're going to put him into motion or not. Obviously, it would be interesting to see if they could be able to do something here, challenge the arm of the catcher, see what the Nicaraguan catcher is all about. They squared a bunt. Does the catcher Chang, and he takes a called strike at the knees inside for a fastball for 0-1. Chang is 0 for 4 in the tournament. He came in as a replacement for Cow in the first game and hasn't looked back behind the plate. So here comes the pitch. It is a fastball swung on. It is hit to third. Oh, a nice diving play by the third baseman, Rayo. He throws from his knees to second base, and they're able to retire Wong. Oh, boy, that was an absolute gem of a play. Had to dive to his left, fell flat-faced right to the ground, threw it from his knees, able to retire the runner. Weren't able to get the double play, but you can't ask for better than that. So that goes in the books as a fielder's choice, 5-4. Safe at first base is Chang on the fielder's choice. And that is going to put 2 in the books. It's going to bring up the right fielder, Cheng Ji Sung. And the first pitch to Sung is a fastball at 89 that misses down, and the count is 1-0. So it does look like Mejia got a little bit more in him as he has ramped it up to 89 miles an hour. Started the game at about 85, 86, so he's been adding some gas to the tank. Fastball swung on, grounded to short, fielded on one knee by the shortstop Zamora, who throws to second. That's also going to be a fielder's choice. It retires Chang 6-4. And he's gone for the third out of the inning, and that will do it here for Chinese Taipei in inning number 2. No runs in the inning. They did get a hit. There was no errors and stranded 1 aboard. We're now through 2 complete. Your score is Nicaragua 2, Chinese Taipei no score. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a bit with all the action. Appreciate you guys for hanging in here with us tonight on the Last Raps Baseball YouTube channel. We'll be right back after this. Welcome back, everybody. We appreciate you guys for hanging in with us. It's going to be the 3, 4, and 5 hitters to come to bat. That's Chase Dawson, Elian Miranda, and Benjamin Alegria, as they will be facing the right-hander Sue, who will come on for his third inning of work. Or check that. Actually, we do have a pitching change. It's going to be the right-hander Yu-Hung Chen in the ballgame. So Yu-Hung Chen now on in relief of Sue, and the first pitch from the sidewinder is a fastball that misses outside. The count is 1-0 to Dawson. Dawson singled, stole second. He also drove himself in a run in the first inning. So he is taking a fastball for a called strike. The count is 1-1. When I see this particular pitcher pitch of Yu-Hung Chen, he reminds me a little bit of a Ray Takahashi, who is now with the Murray Giants in the Japanese League. As the pitch is a slow breaking ball that misses outside. Count now goes to 2-1. So I was mentioning earlier, I'd be kind of curious to see how the Chinese Taipei are going to manage their pitchers here. As the right-hander rocks himself into the windup and delivers. Fastball swung on. It is popped up over behind second base. Moving back underneath it is Lin, and he's there to make the catch. And that is going to retire the batter Dawson for the first out of the inning. So he is gone for the first out. 1 up and 1 away, and that'll bring up the first baseman, Elian Miranda. Well, for Miranda, he is 0 for 1 tonight. He has struck out his first time up. So Miranda batting from the right side here, a little bit of a closed stance, and he swings at a first pitch fastball and lifts that foul into the seats on the first base side. Count is quickly 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike. Again, the right-hander Chen rocking into the windup and delivers. Pitch is a fastball swung on. This is hit foul down the first base line, and the first base coach had to do a bit of a limbo to get out of the way on that one. So the count now goes to 0-2 on Miranda. Right-hander again, ready to go back to work. He rocks himself into the windup, delivers. Fastball swung on, grounded over to short, fielded by Yu Cheng. Throws to first. That's going to retire Miranda on a ground out 6-3. So 2 up and 2 in the books here for Nicaragua, and that'll bring up the designated hitter, Benjamin Alegria. Alegria tonight is 0 for 1. He flew out to left field his only time up. 2 for 6 in the tournament. Another hitter from the right side here for the Nicaraguans. As the right-hander rocks and delivers, it is a slow breaking ball taken at the knees for a called strike. And the count is 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike. Right-hander against the right-hander. Chen kicks and fires. There's a fastball swung on. It is lined and caught by the leaping first baseman, Wong. He took extra bases away from Alegria. That was a nice play there as he crawled the ladder. And Alegria is going to be gone for the third out of the inning, and Nicaragua goes quietly here in their half of the third. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left the board. We're now through 2.5. Your score is Nicaragua 2, Chinese Taipei, no score. We'll be back in just a few after this with all of the action. We appreciate you guys for hanging in here with us tonight on the Last Raps Baseball YouTube channel. That's right, everybody. We are moving ourselves to the bottom of the third inning. It is 2-0 for the Nicaraguans. We'll be back in just a few after this. Appreciate you guys for jumping in with us tonight on the Last Raps Baseball YouTube channel. Welcome back, everybody. It's going to be the top of the order to come to bat here for Chinese Taipei in the third inning. That means Zhuwei Lin, and Chi Xian Chen to face the left-hander Mejia. As he kicks and delivers, it's a fastball swung on. It is lined up the middle and made a nice grab there by the shortstop Zamora. So with one pitch, we got one away. Lin's going to feel snake bitten on that one. He hit the ball right on the screws. And that is going to line out here to the shortstop for the first out of the inning. That is going to bring up the second baseman, Zhuwei Lin. That's kind of what Mejia needed. 36 pitches through the first two. As the first pitch fastball at 89 misses up and away, and the count is 1-0. We were saying that he needs to have an efficient and quick inning somewhere along the line here. Keep his pitch count in check. As the lefty rocks and delivers, it's a fastball taken for a called strike, and the count is 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike it is. Left-hander against the right-hander. Mejia gets his sign from his catcher Rivera, rocks and delivers. Fastball swung on, popped up, and it's going to reach the seats foul behind home plate. It's going to run the count to 1-2 on Lin. Lin for the tournament is 2 for 6, no homers and an RBI. And I have to check this because it looks like it may not be Lin at the plate here. It looks like it is Lee. Yeah, maybe Lin is out of the ballgame. There's a fastball that misses down, and the count is now 2-2. So originally at the beginning of the night, they had Zhuwei Lin. It is Lee who is in the ballgame. So Xian Lee. As the pitch is on the way, it is a fastball swung on, grounded up the middle. Oh, a nice play by Zamora going to his glove side. He spins and throws to first. That's going to retire Lin on a ground out 6-3. He's gone for the second out of the inning. What a play by him. Fantastic. So that is going to put 2 in the books. It's going to bring Chi Xian Chen to the plate. So we have to make the adjustment as Zhuwei Lin was originally the starter in this one here. It's actually Lee who is the one who is in the ball game. And the first pitch is delivered to Chi Xian Chen, and he misses down for a ball. 1 ball and no strike. Pitch on the way. It is a breaking ball taken for a called strike. Count is now 1-1 to Chen. Lefty Mejia rocking and delivering. Here's the pitch. Fastball swung on, grounded to short. Zamora, busy man in the inning, fields it, throws to first. Another ground ball that ends in a 6-3 ground out, and that is going to do it here for Chinese Taipei in the third. They go quietly and in order. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left the board. We're now through 3 complete. Your score is Nicaragua 2, Chinese Taipei, no score. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a couple moments with all the action. Appreciate you guys for hanging with us on the Last Rouse Baseball YouTube channel.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Namaste. Hey, I hope you guys have been enjoying the game. My name is Hollis. I've got a YouTube channel called Another Hollis Build. I love baseball cards. I open up brand new product for you guys. I open up old stuff. I do breaks. I do auctions. All kinds of stuff concerning baseball. I'm Friars faithful, Padres to the end. I also love Garbage Pail Kids and my animals. I have a ton of animals. It's like a mini petting zoo here around my house. I also love my city. San Diego, baby. I'll take you all around the city and show you what's up. If you guys dig stuff like that, cruise on over and check it out. It's Another Hollis Build. If you dig it, subscribe. I'd really appreciate to have more follow me along on the journey. Hey, either way, you guys have a wonderful day or a beautiful, beautiful evening. No matter which one it is, make sure that you make it great, my friends. Big up Last Raps Baseball. Yeah, Freddie, let's go. One love and peace. Yeah, man.
Welcome back, everybody. This game is skipping along for us as we're moving to the top of the fourth inning. It is going to be the 6, 7, and 8 hitters to come to bat. Elian Arroyo, Freddie Zamora, and Ronald Rivera to come to bat here, as it will be them to face the side-winding reliever of the Chinese Taipei, Yu Huang Chen. First pitch is a breaking ball, waved out and missed. Count is 0-1. Rayo, the third baseman, 0 for 1 tonight, grounded to third his first time up, as he takes a fastball that just misses off the outside corner, and the count runs even to 1-1. He made that spectacular play in the second inning where he had dove to his left, fell to his knees, and threw the runner out at second base for a fielder's choice. He's been flashing the leather as well as he swings at a fastball, lifts that into right field. Drifting back and camping out underneath it is the right fielder, Sung, and he's there to make the grab. Rayo gone for the first out of the inning. It's going to bring up the shortstop, Freddie Zamora. So one thing right away is different when you watch the South Africans play last night and just the way that they beat themselves. You got to tip your hat to Nicaragua so far in the first 3 innings. They've really taken care of the baseball on the defensive side. Not to mention they've been able to put the ball in play. There's a fastball taken for a called strike, and the count is 0-1 to Zamora. Zamora batting from the right side here against the right-handed throwing Chen. As the right-hander kicks and delivers, there's a fastball that is swung on and missed, and the count is quickly 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes to Zamora as he's asked for the time. The other thing, too, is now in this game, in the early going, the first games that we've seen in the series in this tournament, a lot of pitch count violations and hitting violations. But now tonight, through the first 3 innings, we've seen none of that yet. I'm sure it'll rear its ugly head at some point as there's a fastball swung on. It's lifted into the seats foul on the first base side. Count is going to remain at 0-2. And I say that simply because when I'm thinking of the pitch counts and it adds a ball or adds a strike to the count, I think the players probably are getting more into the timing and rhythm of this. And there's a breaking ball swung on. It's grounded foul past the bag at third base. And the count now goes to 0-2. So no balls, 2 strikes it is. Right-hander Chen gets his sign and he rocks into the windup. Kicks and delivers. There's a fastball taken on the outside corner for a called third strike. And the Korean umpire looks like he is showing off some fancy taekwondo moves as he's able to punch out Zamora here for the second out of the inning. So 2 in the books, and that's going to leave it up to the catcher, Ronald Rivera. Well, it looks like the Chinese Taipei pitchers are getting into a groove now, and I say that, and then the pitching coach makes his way out to the mound. Are they going to be going to the bullpen here? And they are. That is 6 in a row retired by Chinese Taipei pitchers. They're going to give a round of applause here to the right-hander Chen. I know there was on some pitch counts as they have to watch some of that stuff, but they don't want to burn some of their arms for Tuesday. So one would expect that he will be available in the Tuesday ball game should they have to be able to play. So his night is over. We got ourselves a pitching change. We're going to be back in just a couple of moments. We're going to entertain you with our friend Steve Rademacher. So hang tight, everybody. We'll be right back after this in just a few.
Hello, everybody. Steve Rademacher coming back at you again. And during this pitching change, for a change of pace, let's open some baseball cards. We'll get through these quickly. 2023 Topps Big League. We have rookie card of Tyler Freeman to go along with a Matt Chapman. And why not a Jake Cronenworth? Shoot 'em, Jake! We do have a rookie card of Brett Beatty. That's pretty cool. To go along with the uncommon Carlos Correa. Pretty common to me, but what do I know? Trey Mancini to go along with a rookie of Kodai Senga. Freddie, tell them about Kodai. And one of my favorites, Devin Williams of my Milwaukee Brewers. All right, looks like the pitcher's coming in. Freddie, you can take over now.
Appreciate you there, Steve, and the support you give to our channel. In turn, we like to support Steve Rademacher, so be sure to go check him out after the game. This is going to be the third pitcher used tonight by the Chinese Taipei national team. It is going to be Zhou Si Xiu. So So he will take over here. So Zhou Si Xiu on in relief of Yu Hung Chen, who pitched very effective in his time on the mound, inning in 2/3 for him. So Su in, the 5'9" right-hander, ready to take over. And the first pitch here is a fastball that misses up and away for ball one, and the count is 1-0 to Rivera. 2 gone here in the top of the 4th inning as Nicaragua bats, and they're holding on, enjoying a 2-0 lead as the right-hander rocks and delivers again. Fastball swung on and missed. The count goes even to 1-1 on Rivera. Rivera 1 for 4 in the tournament, no homers and an RBI, as the right-hander rocks into the delivery and fires again. As there's a fastball that misses upstairs, they appeal over to the third base umpire, and they say that Rivera didn't go. The count now is 2-1. Interesting way that the points, too, in watching the Korean umpire, he comes up with both hands to the first base umpire. Gets kind of get a kick out of that one. And there is a fastball that is swung on and missed. That pitch was in the dirt, as Rivera would have swung at ball 3. But instead it is 2 balls and 2 strikes. So the right-hander ready to go again. He rocks himself into the windup. He kicks and he fires. Fastball swung on line right back to the pitcher. And a nice catch there by the pitcher, as he's got a good laugh and a smile out of that one. And that is going to do it here as Rivera lines it right back to the pitcher for the 3rd out of the inning. Well, Nicaragua goes in order. It is 7 in a row retired by Chinese Taipei pitching. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left the board. We're moving to the bottom of the 4th. Score is Nicaragua 2, Chinese Taipei, no score. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a few with all the action after this. Here is our friend, Eric.
Hello, this is Eric Fox, formerly of the Oakland A's and Texas Rangers baseball teams. If you want to learn about Japanese baseball, see Coach Fred of Last Raps Baseball. If you want baseball instruction, see Coach Fred. If you want to learn about golf, do not go to Coach Fred. Fred, what kind of club is this?
At Last Raps Baseball, we know baseball. That's right, everybody. We know baseball, and we'll be back in just a couple moments with all the action. Appreciate you guys for being here with us tonight on the Last Raps Baseball YouTube channel. Be sure to check out our Japanese podcasts and as well as our coverage starting March 28th. We'll be right back after this. Welcome back, everybody. It's going to be the heart of the order to come to bat for Chinese Taipei here in the 4th inning. That means Yu Chang, Ninting Wu, and Wu Ji Chen, as they are slated to face Daniel Mejia, who comes on for his 4th inning of work. Mejia had thrown 45 pitches through the first 3 innings. So that is the economy that you would like. The Spanish pitcher earlier today, the starter for Spain, gave Spain 6 innings, which was good for them to help rest their bullpen going into the next one. There's a fastball taken at the knees for called strike. Count was quickly 0-1 to Yu Chang. Yu Chang in the first inning had a single, but he was stranded there. He's 3 for 10 in the tournament. And there is a fastball swung on. It's grounded softly to short. It is bobbled by Zamora as he couldn't get it out of his glove, and that is going to retire Chang at first. Chang's going to be safe at first, but the Nicaraguan first baseman is wanting them to go up and have a look. Zamora fielded the ball cleanly, but it was like he was digging to get it out of his glove. He had double clutch. We're going to get a look at the replay, and I think they might have a case on their hands here to review this. I don't know if it's going to be some home cooking for the Chinese Taipei, but I think that the Nicaraguans may have a case here for Chang. So we're going to wait to see if they're going to go upstairs. We've now certainly had a look at it. And I think Chang is going to be, I think this call is going to be overturned. I think he's going to be out at first. They are going upstairs, are the umpires. So the play is under review. Again, as far as I'm concerned, I think that is a call that'll be flipped over when we start the season. We're going to do a little bit better job of keeping track of our own. Yeah, I think at that angle, from the outfield angle, it looks for sure that Chang has been retired. If that's, I don't know what angles that they're going to get here at the Classic. But as far as I'm concerned, that is something that for sure should be in place. So Yu Chang is safe at first for now. Not sure where they are doing the calls from, if they're doing them on the site or if they're doing it somewhere else. As both the umpires, the field umpires, so one must be the crew chief, the other is probably the first base umpire. I'm not sure I like all this technology in the game. They've got the headsets on, they've got the microphones attached to their ears, they're in conference, everything of that nature there. To me, it's a bit overkill, especially for baseball. I know technology is a great thing, and I don't dismiss it, that's for sure. But sometimes I believe that technology is overused and abused. And in this situation here we are wasting time when Mejia, it's breaking up the rhythm of the game, breaking up the rhythm of the pitcher. It looks like they've got a decision as both of the umpires are there, but it's far too long to have to make the decision. If you have to review this for much more than 25 or 30 seconds, and in some ways, they almost should get the angle that the umpires are getting, because the umpire only gets to work one angle. Why does the replay get to work five? I know they say they want to get the play right. So when you look at it from the angle being shot from third base, it does look like Chang is safe at first base. When you get the outfield view where the umpire would be standing, potentially, or the view from right center field, to me on the replay, it looks like he's out. And certainly when you look at the review from left field, that would be the case. So we're going to see if this is going to be. So it looks like the play is going to be upheld. Yu Chang is going to be awarded a single. So all of that for naught. And I'd be 0 for 1 in my time as well. So they've got Yu Chang aboard with a single, and the crowd is getting to their feet here. That's going to bring Nin Ting Wu to the plate. Wu is 0 for 1 tonight. He's flown out to left field. So much for my analysis on this. So Wu steps into the plate, 4 for 12 in the tournament, hitting .333. He's got no homers and a couple of RBIs. Mejia kicks and delivers. It's a fastball that misses down and away. And so if you're Mejia, here you are. You've been standing out on the mound for a good solid 2+ minutes, and now you got to get back into your rhythm to have to be able to pitch again. And that would drive you crazy as a pitcher, having to wait. And here comes the pitch yet again. There's a fastball swung on. It's fouled straight back. Count 1 ball and 1 strike to Wu. Wu will be followed by Wu Ji Chen. No error charged to Zamora, but he did struggle to get that ball out of the glove, and that was the difference there, is he couldn't dig it out in time to be able to make that throw. There's a fastball swung on it, is grounded foul past the first base bag, and the count is now going to go to 1-2 on Wu. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. We're here in the bottom half of the 4th inning. Nicaragua enjoying a 2-0 lead over Chinese Taipei. And here comes the pitch on the way. Breaking ball misses down and away, and the count goes now to 2-2. You got to say, probably in their history, this is probably really one of the more important games for Nicaragua I've ever had. They do have some action starting to stir in the bullpen. Say they got a couple of pitchers that are up and doing some stretches. Mejia now at 51 pitches. I don't know what his leash will be. Breaking ball swung on, lifted softly into center field. Charging hard as the center fielder. And that is going to be caught by Dawson. Now, nice play by him. And it's going to send Chang back to first base. It was a bit of a humpback liner, just hung up well enough for Dawson to get a good jump on it and come in and make the grab. That's going to retire Wu for the first out of the inning. That's going to bring up Wu Ji Chen to the plate. It's going to bring the pitching coach out to the mound, as they're going to have a little word here with their starter Mejia. So Woonji Chen, he struck out his first time up. He's 1 for 7 here tonight. Or sorry, 1 for 7 entering the tournament tonight. He is 1 for 8 now on the tournament. So the lefty Mejia ready to go again as that conference is over. Chen digs himself in. Left-hander against the left-hander. Chang the runner at first, 1 gone in the bottom of the 4th. Lefty delivers. Fastball misses down, and the count is 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes. As we said, a reminder, we'll be off tomorrow night, but back on and in the saddle again in 48 hours for the 2-3 game that will decide the other one that goes to the Classic. There's a breaking ball that misses down and away, and the count is 2-0 to Chen. In some ways, this is our spring training because we are getting ourselves ready for the Japanese season. There are going to be some exhibition games next weekend, although we are leaning toward staying with the games that will go on. There's a fastball swung on. This is looped softly into right field, and it's going to get down for a base hit. And that is going to be a single here for Chen as it falls in front of Montez. That's going to put runners at first and second. And it's going to bring the hot-hitting Po Swang Wong to the plate. Wong, the first baseman, 7 for 10 in the tournament. He's got no homers and 1 run driven in. So if you want somebody to come to the plate right now, the ball must look like an absolute beach ball flying up to the plate here for Wong. And of all the at-bats that they need him, this would be the one right here. And here's the pitch from Mejia. It's a fastball that misses down, and the count is 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes. Mejia ready to go again as he gets the sign from his catcher, kicks and delivers. There's a breaking ball missing outside. It's now 2-0. Mejia could use right now is a soft ground ball somewhere to be able to turn 2 to get themselves out of this jam. Nicaragua with a 2-0 lead. The Chinese Taipei fans on their feet. Here comes the pitch. Another fastball misses down. It's now 3-0 to Wong. So I wonder if they'll green light him in this situation. You got to wonder. So 3 balls, no strikes as the lefty holds to the set, now delivers. Fastball catches the outside corner and now goes to 3-1 on Wong. I think if Mejia's got the feel for his breaking ball, I think I come right back to it here. As now the catcher has called time. He's come out to give some instructions as he is flashing the signs to his defense. Dilmer Mejia has pitched very well through 3 1/3 so far. And Nicaragua, one would think, would hope he can get himself through the 4th inning here. Here's the pitch. Fastball misses outside. That's going to be ball 4. Wong's going to be aboard with a walk. That is going to load the bases. That's going to advance Chang to 3rd. Chen goes to 2nd. Wong takes his spot at 1st. And it's going to bring up the catcher to the plate, Xiaohong Cheng. And for Cheng, he is 0 for 1 tonight. He's looking for his first hit of the tournament. He is 0 for 5. He was hit by a pitch, but out to the mound is the manager, and that is going to be the end of the night for Mejia. So Mejia gets a pat on the back from his teammates. He leaves the bases loaded. Everybody is his responsibility. We're going to have ourselves a pitching change. We're going to be back in just a couple of moments. So we appreciate you guys for jumping in. We have a scoreline of 2-0 for Nicaragua, but the Chinese Taipei are threatening here in the bottom of the 4th. We'll be back in just a moment after this with all the action.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Namaste. Hey, I hope you guys have been enjoying the game. My name is Hollis. I've got a YouTube channel called Another Hollis Build. I love baseball cards. I open up brand new product for you guys. I open up old stuff. I do breaks. I do auctions. All kinds of stuff concerning baseball. I'm Friars faithful, Padres to the end. I also love Garbage Pail Kids and my animals. I have a ton of animals. It's like a mini petting zoo here around my house. I also love my city. San Diego, baby. I'll take you all around the city and show you what's up. If you guys dig stuff like that, cruise on over and check it out. It's another Hollis build. If you dig it, subscribe. I'd really appreciate to have more follow me along on the journey. Hey, either way, you guys have a wonderful day or a beautiful, beautiful evening. No matter which one it is, make sure that you make it great, my friends. Big up Last Raps Baseball. Yeah, Freddie, let's go. One love and peace. Yeah, man.
Welcome back, everybody. It is going to be Osman Gutierrez coming on in relief here for the Nicaraguans. Gutierrez is one big hombre. He is 6'4" and 250 pounds. So we're going to see how he fares here. The bases are full of Chinese Taipei base runners, as they have Yu Chang at third, Wenji Chen at second, and Po Swan Wong at first. And slated to come to bat is the veteran catcher Shou Hung Chiang, as he will face the big right-hander here in the fourth. So big crucial at bat. The first pitch is on the way from Gutierrez. It's a breaking ball at 81 that misses upstairs. The count is 1-0. When you see somebody of this stature, you think that he's going to come in there and throw hard. But that isn't always the case. That first pitch was a breaking ball, so let's see what he can deliver with some heat. There's a fastball at 91 that just misses down and away, and there's now 2-0 to Chang. There's nowhere to put him. A 30-year-old is for Leon, Nicaragua. He is absolutely a horse. Here comes the pitch. Fastball swung on, popped up in the infield. That's exactly what you don't want if you're Chinese Taipei. Coming in on it is the third baseman, Rayo, and he's there to make the catch. And that is going to retire Chang on the pop-out for the second out of the inning. The two worst things you could do is strike out or pop out in that situation. Both would drive a manager insane. And that was a major league pop-up to retire him on the infield fly rule. And that is going to bring up the right fielder, Cheng Ji Sung. While Sung is 0 for 1 tonight, he had bounced into a fielder's choice to end the second inning. And the pitch is a breaking ball that misses upstairs, and the count is 1-0. Last night, he was the beneficiary. He hit an inside-the-park home run as the South African right fielder had dove for a ball, misplayed it, and it went all the way to the fence. He turned a single into a home run. There is a breaking ball swung on. This is lifted foul into the seats behind home plate. The count goes even to 1-1. And as soon as the ball got by the right fielder, it was off to the races, as he made it all the way around to score. And we were talking about the South Africans and their mistakes yesterday. That just added to the runs. There's a fastball swung on it, fouled away. That was at 93, and the count is 1-2 to Sung. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. As we said, appreciate everybody who has popped in this morning, whether you listen live or on delay. It is great to have you with us here. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes as the right-hander Gutierrez gets his sign again from the catcher, and he works himself to the set position. Here comes the pitch. Kicks and delivers. Fastball off the outside corner at 94, and the count now goes to 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Base is full of Chinese Taipei runners. The right-hander Gutierrez getting his sign from his catcher Rivera. As he gets onto the rubber, gets the sign. And he works himself to the set position. Here comes the pitch. And now he kicks and delivers. There's a breaking ball that swung on, and it's going to be lifted foul into the seats over on the first base side. The count is now 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Right-hander against the right-hander. As he kicks and delivers, there's a breaking ball waved at and missed. And Gutierrez comes in and does the job in a clutch situation, striking out Sung for the third out of the inning and stranding the bases loaded. Nicaragua escapes a big-time jam. No runs in the inning, 2 hits, no errors, and 3 runners left aboard. We are now through 4 complete at the Taipei Dome. It is Nicaragua 2, Chinese Taipei, no score. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a bit. Appreciate you guys for hanging in here with us tonight on the Last Rouse Baseball YouTube channel. We'll be right back in just a few.
Well, you've got to have an ace in the hole, a little secret that nobody knows. Life is a gamble, a game we all play, but you've got to save something for a rainy day. You've got to learn to play your cards right if you expect to win in life. Don't put it all on the line for just one roll. You've got to have an ace in the hole. Yeah.
Welcome back, everybody. We are moving to the top of the 5th inning here as we had a race to get ourselves and refreshing our drink. And the first pitch here is delivered. We do have a new pitcher. It is going to be Young Chen Liu on the hill. The first pitch to Omar Mendoza had first 2 pitches had been called for strikes. There's a breaking ball that misses down, and the count now goes to 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes to Mendoza. Mendoza, Montez, and Leighton, the 9-1-2 hitters to come to bat here in the inning, as they are enjoying a 2-0 lead, are the Nicaraguans. As the right-hander kicks and delivers, there's a fastball that misses up and in, and the count now goes to 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. So really, the reliever in that last half inning, Sue, only faced the 1 batter. That was it, and his night was over. Line drive right back to him, and that ended the night for him. Breaking ball, taken for a called 3rd strike. Oh, Mendoza, he stood there like the house by the side of the road. He's gone. And that's now 8 in a row retired by Chinese Taipei pitchers. As that is going to retire the batter Mendoza for the first out of the inning, and that'll bring up Juan Montez to the plate. And the first pitch to Montez is a fastball that is swung on and fouled away. So no balls and 1 strike. Right-hander rocking himself into the motion, and he kicks and delivers. There's a fastball swung on. It is lifted into right field and moving over toward the foul line and making the catch on the run is the right fielder Sung, and that is going to retire Montez for the second out of the inning. So 2 quick outs here. That is going to leave it all up to the second baseman, Brandon Leighton. So Leighton steps into the box. He is 1 for 2 tonight. He doubled home a run in the first inning, and he scored himself. And the first pitch is a breaking ball taken for a called strike. Count is 0-1 to Leighton. The game has flattened out here quite a bit, as we were talking earlier about this ball game here. There's a breaking ball swung on. This ball is lined into left field. It's going to get down for a base hit, and Leighton's going to get his second hit of the ball game. He singled to left field, so he is aboard, and that's going to bring Chase Dawson to the plate. It breaks a string of 8 batters retired in a row by Chinese Taipei pitching. we're just making our notes in our book here as we are keeping our tabs on the ball game here tonight. So Seung Xian Lee, who is the second baseman there, he is somebody that we had to add into our notes because we mentioned before that it was a late addition or a late change as the starting second baseman Zhuwei Lin was scratched late. Here's the pitch. It's a fastball that misses inside, and it's now 2-0 to Dawson. Dawson is 1 for 2 tonight. He's 2 for 10 in the tournament. He did drive that second run in, knocking home Leighton in the first inning. As the right-hander holds to the set position, and now he kicks and fires. Fastball misses down, and the count now goes to 3-0 on Dawson. I think if you're Nicaragua, you really want to get an insurance run. 2-run lead is not necessarily the safest lead. Get that extra run to be up by 3, and that makes the world of a difference. Gives you that little extra cushion. There's a fastball at the knees, taken for a called strike, and the count goes to 3-1. So 3 balls and 1 strike. Right-hander works to the set. Here's the pitch. Fastball misses down and in, and Dawson's going to draw himself a 2-out walk. That's going to put runners at first and second, and it's going to bring Elian Miranda to the plate, and it's going to bring the catcher Chang out to the mound to have a word with his right-hander. So Leighton, runner at second, Dawson the runner at first, Miranda coming to the plate. 2 gone here in the 5th inning, and you think about it, the pitcher Lou looked like he was cruising along, struck out the first batter, got the second one to fly out. Now it brings Miranda to the plate. Miranda 0 for 2 tonight, 0 for 8 in the tournament, looking for his first hit. And if you're Nicaragua, what a great time it would be for him to be able to do that. So the right-hander ready to go again as he works himself to the set position. Now delivers. Fastball swung on and lifted foul into the seats down the first base line. Count is quickly 0-1 to Miranda. So no balls and 1 strike. Right-hander against the right-hander. He works to the set position. Checks the runner at second. Now delivers. Breaking ball misses down and away. Count goes to 1-1 on Miranda. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Again, the right-hander kicks and fires. Fastball. That is taken for a called strike. Late call by the home plate umpire. And now the batter wants time. He's going to go for a little walk and talk to himself because he sure didn't like that pitch. He thought the pitch was up in the zone. As he has asked for time, now he resets himself to get back in. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. And the pitch is a fastball that misses outside. Count goes to 2-2. And why not do it again? Now Chang is calling for time, so he's going to come out and probably talk to his pitcher about how he wants to do it. So the one thing is that they've got the I don't know if they've got a mound visit clock here because we're not privy to see that. But they are calling to speed the game up with the batters and the pitchers. But yet the catchers in this game here have made a number of visits to the mound. So as far as I'm concerned, yeah, you can speed up the game in one facet, but you slow it down in the other. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball, taken for a called 3rd strike. Miranda doesn't like it, and he gives the umpire some words as he walks back to the dugout. And, I kind of got to agree with him a little bit. If you're going to call the pitch upstairs, you can't go back downstairs. And that pitch was quite low on the inside corner. Nice job, though, by Chang, the catcher, in receiving it. But that is going to do it as Miranda's going to be gone for the 3rd out of the inning. So they threaten, but they don't score it as Nicaragua. There was no runs. There was a hit, no errors, and 2 left aboard. We are now moving to the bottom of the 5th inning. Your score is Nicaragua 2, Chinese Taipei no score. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a bit with all the action when we return. Welcome back, everybody. You're listening to the World Baseball Classic Qualifiers on the Last Raps Baseball YouTube channel as we provide you live commentary and information on the games. We're glad you guys could pop in with us here and listen in tonight as the right-hander Gutierrez is back on for his second inning work. He delivers a fastball, and this is lined into right field. It's going to get down for a base hit. And a leadoff single here for the top of the order, Chi Wei Lin, to get things going here in inning number 5. And that is going to bring up the second baseman, Sung Xian Lee. So Lee tonight is officially 0 for 2. He's grounded to second, and he has grounded to short as he comes to bat here, facing the big fella Gutierrez. And the pitch, he squares to bunt, and he pulls back, but not in time, according to the first base umpire. He had appealed. They had appealed over to first, and they said he didn't go. Well, that's bizarre. So apparently, so he went there. They went to throw to first base. He didn't get the call. They went to the first base umpire. First base umpire said no as well. The catcher was not happy. There's a fastball taken for a called strike. So the Nicaraguans are not happy with this umpire, even though they're up 2-0. They have been voicing their displeasure with the umpiring crew, the home plate umpire from Korea. And it all seemed to start after the replay that awarded the runner in that last half inning for the Chinese Taipei first base. That was when Yu Chang had beat it out. Fastball that is fouled away, and the count goes to 1-2. We just got a replay of the Miranda called third strike. And he walked away letting the umpire know that that pitch was not down. And that is for sure. He definitely had a beef. There's a breaking ball that is down. It is caught by the catcher. They said that Lee had gone around. So maybe there's a makeup call there for the Nicaraguans to appease them. So that is one away here in the 5th inning. We get a look at the replay. That for sure he did go around on. But when you are the visiting team, so to speak, you got to go in and you got to deliver a knockout blow to beat the team on their home soil. So here comes the first pitch here to Chi Xian Chen, and it is a fastball taken for a called strike. Count is 0-1. Chen is officially 0 for 1 tonight. He drew a walk in the first inning, grounded to short, 2 for 8 in the tournament. As the right-hander Gutierrez holds to the set and now delivers. And he lifts that one foul down the left field line. It's slicing, but it's going to reach its way into the seats, and now he's in the hole at 0-2. In some ways, not in a lot of ways, but in some ways, this hitter reminds me a little bit of Yuki. And again, I'm looking at Miranda. Miranda continued to give it to the home plate umpire on his way out to base. They were showing he's playing first base, continued to give it to the home plate umpire. So not happy with the call, but you know, sometimes you got to bite your tongue because it might come back to haunt you later. Fastball swung on and popped up foul. Reached the seats behind home plate, and the count remains at no balls and 2 strikes. Right-hander Gutierrez works to the set after his getting signed from the catcher Rivera. Here's the pitch. And that is a fastball that misses down. And the count now goes to 1-2 on Chen. Getting into a dangerous part of the order here. You don't want to be pitching to some of these hitters like Chen, Chang, and Wu with runners on base. You can put a crooked number up on the board in a hurry if they've got runners. And Gutierrez steps off the base and feigns the runner back to first. And now time has been called at the plate as the batter Chen has felt that Gutierrez has took quite a bit of time. He resets himself. So we got breaking ball that misses upstairs from Gutierrez. Count now goes to 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. There have been 8 home runs hit in the tournament. through the ball games so far at this point. As the right-hander delivers a fastball that misses down, they go back door on the runner at first base, Lynn, trying to get him to go the other way, but he dives back safely. It's 3 balls and 2 strikes now to Chen. So he's battled all the way back. They started it, he was in the hole at 0-2, and now he's battled back to run the count full. We'll get a look at the replay on this one here. Wasn't very close on the throwback to try to get Lynn. They thought they were going to get him leaning a little far. Rivera has shown he does like to throw the ball around a little bit. And there is a breaking ball swung on. It's grounded foul. The runner was off to the races there on the pitch. But it's now 3 balls and 2 strikes. I wonder what else Nicaragua has up their sleeve in their bullpen here. As we say, they're getting late in the game here. And let's get through the 5th inning. Curious. They have pitch counts. I wonder what Gutierrez's leash would be here in this one. There's a pitch. It's a fastball swung on it. It's popped up into shallow left field. Coming hard on it is the left fielder, and that is going to be, the catch is going to be made by Mendoza. That is going to retire Chen for the 2nd out of the inning. So Chen goes into the books for out number 2. It's going to leave it all up to the shortstop, Yu Chang. And Chang tonight has had a pair of hits. He is 4 for 11. And now we got a conference on the mound as the catcher Rivera is going out to have a few words with his reliever. There is action in the bullpen, or at least up in the bullpen, and the pitching coach had come out to have a few words as well. So back to the live action as Chang steps in, 2 for 2 tonight. As this is the first time he's faced Gutierrez. He checks his swing, and he knocks it right back to the pitcher. Gutierrez fields it. He runs toward first. The underhand flips it to the mound, and Gutierrez is all fired up, as that is going to do it. It's a ground out 1-3 to end the inning. So they get a leadoff single from Lynn, and it's wasted. No runs in the inning, 1 hit, no errors, 1 runner left aboard. We are now through 5 complete. It is Chinese Taipei trailing Nicaragua 2-0. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a little bit. Appreciate you guys for being here with us on the Last Drafts Baseball YouTube channel. We are moving to the top of the 6th inning. We'll take our time out, and you guys will come back with us, hopefully, for another half inning. We'll be right back.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Namaste. Hey, I hope you guys have been enjoying the game. My name is Hollis. I've got a YouTube channel called Another Hollis Build. I love baseball cards. I open up brand new product for you guys. I open up old stuff. I do breaks. I do auctions. All kinds of stuff concerning baseball. I'm Friars faithful, Padres to the end. I also love Garbage Pail Kids and my animals. I have a ton of animals. It's like a mini petting zoo here around my house. I also love my city. San Diego, baby. I'll take you all around the city and show you what's up. If you guys dig stuff like that, cruise on over and check it out. It's Another Hollis Build. If you dig it, subscribe. I'd really appreciate to have more follow me along on the journey. Hey, either way, you guys have a wonderful day or a beautiful, beautiful evening. No matter which one it is, make sure that you make it great, my friends. Big up Last Raps Baseball. Yeah, Freddie, let's go. One love and peace. Yeah, man.
Welcome back, everybody. We're about 30 seconds away from the resumed action. We'll be right back after this. Welcome back, everybody, as we are back in the saddle again here. Coming to bat here, it'll be Alegria, Rayo, and Zamora. The first pitch that is taken by Alegria is called for a strike, and the count is quickly 0-1. And he swings at a fastball and then fouls the second one away, and the count is quickly 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes. It's Alegria, Rayo, and Zamora to face the right-hander Lou here in the top of the 6th inning. As the pitch is on the way, it's a breaking ball swung on. It is grounded softly up the middle, and it's past Yu Chang into center field. And Alegria is aboard with a single. So he's got himself aboard. That's going to bring the third baseman, Elian Rayo, to the plate. You know, one thing I'd have to think about here is they've got to start. I haven't seen it from Nicaragua tonight. I haven't really seen Nicaragua other than highlights of the first 2 games. I'm curious to see if they are going to play a little bit of small ball, try to nickel and dime out another run. I don't know if it's in their mantra, but here comes the pitch to Rayo. He does square to bunt. And he takes a first pitch fastball on the outside corner for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. I'm not sure Arroyo agrees with that. The 21-year-old here, 0 for 2 tonight in this one, 0 for 7 in the tournament. But as we had mentioned earlier, he had a couple of really nice defensive plays early in the ballgame here for Nicaragua. Again, he squares to bunt, but he takes that pitch off the outside corner, and the count runs even to 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Right-hander leans in. He gets the sign from his catcher, Chang, and he does he does a token toss over to first base. I haven't seen that before. He throws over there. That ball didn't even get there in the air. It looked like it was like a loop. Let's look at that one again. And he just sort of threw it. It was a 2-hopper over to the first baseman. And so Chang's coming out to the mound to have a chat with Lou over there, and first baseman's coming in. What are you doing? I don't know if that was the A move or the B move, but it certainly wasn't a move worth talking about, other than it was a bit laughable. Unbelievable. So count to Rayo is 1-1. The runner at first is Alegria. And Freddie Zamora waiting his turn on deck. Here's the pitch again. It is bunted, and this one is bunted foul into the netting on the first base side of home plate. Now the count goes to 1-2 on Rayo. And this is where, when you look at teams, are they able to execute in situations? And certainly with Rayo trying to bunt, couldn't get the job done here, as now he's asked for time. You got to be able to do the job, play a little small ball so you can add that extra run or two to your tally. Here comes the pitch. Fastball, take it for a called third strike. Oh, there goes the Korean umpire with his Taekwondo punch-out move. And that is going to retire Rayo for the first out of the inning. So he goes in the books, and that's going to bring up the shortstop, Freddie Zamora. Well, Zamora comes to the plate. He's 0 for 2. He has struck out looking, and he has popped to first in his 2 trips to the plate. And now Lou has stepped off the mound, and he's going to reset himself and cycle through the signs again with his catcher, Chang. Zamora waggling the bat here as the right-hander leans in and gets the sign. As he works to the set now, delivers. It's a fastball that misses outside, and the count is quickly 1-0. Zamora, 0 for 2. He has struck out looking, as we said, and popped to first. 1 for 7 in the tournament. As the right-hander Lou gets his sign, and he works himself to the set. Here's the pitch. Fastball that catches the outside corner for a called strike. The count's 1-1. I will say this, though, the thing with the Korean umpire is, we mentioned he's called pitches up and then he's called pitches down. If you're going to live in one area, make sure you're living in one spot, not in both. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball, waved out and missed. There goes the runner down to second. The throw is to the right field side of second base. It gets away from the shortstop Chang covering, and all the way around to third is going to be the runner. Nice play there by the runner Alegria. So he's going to get himself a stolen base, and he's going to advance himself to third on the air by the catcher. You'll see that again. It was actually, the second baseman who was covering. But one thing I want to see is, did he actually touch second base? It didn't look like he had slid in there. There was a bit of contact with the second baseman, Lee. But now they got a runner at third base here. It's a 1-2 count to Zamora. That's going to have to draw the infield in, one would think, at this situation, and it has. So Zamora's got to be able to hit something that's not right at the fielder. If he can get something to the little bit to the left and the right, it might be able to get the runner home. Here's the pitch. Fastball almost goes by the catcher. The catcher, Chang, was set up inside, and the pitch was outside. He had to dive across his body to make the grab. 2-2 now here to Zamora. And the right-hander, Lou, here, ready to go again. Here comes the 2-2 pitch to the Nicaraguan shortstop. Breaking ball misses upstairs, and the count now runs full. Waiting on deck is the catcher, Ronald Rivera. Should Zamora keep this one rolling here without any problems? So we got 3-2, 1 gone. Zamora waggling the bat, waiting on the offering from Lou. Here comes the payoff pitch. There's a fastball that swung on. This ball is looped softly into right center field, but it's going to be deep enough. Here comes the throw to the plate, and it's not even going to be close. Sacrifice fly there by Zamora. That is going to score the runner from third, and that is going to increase the scoreline to 3-0 for Nicaragua. So he has got himself an RBI, and that is the second out of the inning. It's going to bring up Ronald Rivera to the plate. That ball was thrown, and it was up the third baseline by about 45 feet. Oh, that was ugly. But boy, did Nicaragua need that run. That gives them a little bit more insurance. They pitched very well here tonight, and they have scored enough runs. I just don't know if that's going to be a 3, still going to be enough to win it. That's the most they've scored in any of their other ball games. So here comes the pitch from Lou. Fastball swung on. This is fouled away. Count is quickly 0-1 to Rivera. So if you're a fan of the Nicaraguans or Nicaraguan baseball, you're probably grinning like a Cheshire cat right now. Here comes the pitch. Fastball swung on. This is going to be lifted foul. Rivera, I think, wanted that one back. Count now goes to 0-2. Just his reaction. He was not happy. So no balls and 2 strikes. Rivera 1 for 5 in the tournament. Here comes the pitch. Breaking ball misses down and away. The count goes to 1-2. And really, it was the error on the throw, it was stolen base, the error by the catcher that sent the ball into right field that allowed that runner to come across. So we were talking about the errors of the South Africans last night. There's a fastball swung on. This ball is lined into right field. Cutting it off before it got into the gap was the right fielder's sung, and it's going to hold Rivera to a single. A nice piece of hitting by the catcher. So he's got himself a knock. He is now 2 for 6 in the tournament. It's going to bring up the left fielder, Omar Mendoza. And the way this game is going right now, it looks like Nicaragua wants to punch its ticket into the World Baseball Classic, and it will set up a showdown of a game between Spain and Chinese Taipei. Well, that looks like it's going to be the end of the night here for the pitcher, Lou. His night is over. He gets a round of applause. But if it was Philadelphia, he might get some tomatoes fired at him, because that was not a great performance by him. He kept getting himself into constant trouble. Of the 10 batters that he had faced, for him, in his case, 4 of the runners had reached base, and 1 came around to score in this inning. It is now a 3-0 lead. We're going to take a little time out. We're going to go refresh our beverage, and we'll come on back and give you guys the call here in just a couple moments. Hang tight, everybody. We'll be right back after this timeout. Welcome back, everybody. We have a pitching change for Chinese Taipei, and it kind of makes you wonder a little bit at what point in time, as they're managing their pitching, if the game got a little bit out of hand, would they wave the white flag and possibly bring some relievers in who they don't believe that would give them a chance to stay in the ball game? So we'll find that out a little later. This is going to be the fifth pitcher used tonight by Chinese Taipei, and it is going to be Bohao Chen in the game. And so he will be entrusted to have to face the 9-hole hitter Omar Mendoza. So here we go back to the live action as Chen delivers a first pitch fastball. It's taken at the knees for a called strike, and the count is quickly 0-1. Mendoza tonight is 1 for 2. He's got a single and 2 trips. He's 1 for 5 for the tournament. As the right-hander works himself to the set position, now delivers. Fastball swung on, popped up over on the right side. It's playable. It's in fair territory, and the first baseman Wong underneath it makes the grab. And that is going to do it here, as Mendoza is going to be gone for the third out of the inning. But the Nicaraguans get an all-important run here in the sixth. They got 1 run in the inning on the benefit of 2 hits. There was no errors and 1 runner left aboard. Your score as we move to the bottom of the sixth. It is Nicaragua 3, Chinese Taipei, no score. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a little bit with all the action. Appreciate you guys for hanging in here with us on the Last Drafts Baseball YouTube channel. Bottom of the sixth, just around the corner, right after this.
Hello, sports fans. Welcome to Last Drafts Baseball, where we're going to open some dancing heroine cards during this intermission. Japanese baseball has cheerleaders for their sport. So let's see what we get from the Japanese baseball cheerleaders. Got swallows, and I bet she does. We have the Lions. It's one of my favorite teams. Oh, wow. Now that's all sorts of nice. Ramu. Very cool. We have Neon. And we have Angels of Hiroka. And the one Japanese card no one can read, we got from the Giants. So everybody, enjoy the game. Back to you, Freddie, and peace out.
Appreciate you there, Steve, and your support. And our friend God is Great still in the house here tonight. Titus is listening in. It is the bottom of the sixth inning that's just around the corner. It'll be Ninting Wu, Wuji Chen, and Po Swan Wong to come to bat. Ninting Wu, as we said, is familiar to us as he played with the Saitama Cebu Lions. We do look like we have a defensive substitution. It is going to be Juan Montez is moving from left field to right field, and Christian Sandoval is coming into the game as he is going to be replacing a left fielder Omar Mendoza. So Mendoza's night is going to be finished. And so Christian Sandoval into the ball game here. And the pitcher Gutierrez is still on the mound. So the pitch is a first pitch fastball that misses outside, and the count is 0-1. So Sandoval will be now in there as well. So 1 ball and no strikes to Ninting Wu as he is there, and he takes a pitch upstairs. Count is actually 2-1. We missed the first pitch. So 2 balls and 1 strike to Wu. Wu tonight is 0 for 2. He is 4 for 13 in the tournament. 3 of the hits came in the first game, and then after that, it's been pretty much a little bit quiet for him. He has 3 for 5 in the opener of the tournament. And then the rest of the way, he has been 1 for 7. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Fastball taken for a called strike, and the count now goes to 3-2 on Wu. So 3 balls, 2 strikes. 3-0 lead for Nicaragua here in the bottom of the sixth inning. Chinese Taipei looking to manufacture something offensively. There's a breaking ball swung on and lifted foul, and the count remains at 3-2. So Gutierrez here, the big fella on the mound. As Nicaragua would in their particular case, do well to be able to get the victory. They get the victory. It's pretty simple. It's going to be Chinese Taipei against Spain in the 2-3 matchup. It'll be a revenge game for the Chinese Taipei. And we've got the pitching coach coming out here. Looks like, or is that the manager? Now, we lost the feed there for a second as Nianting Wu has been retired. Or sorry, no, he has walked. And it looks like that is going to be the end of the night for Gutierrez. So Wu draws himself a walk. We didn't get that. We were getting highlights in the in-between, so I don't know why they had gone in that other direction. Wu walks. That's the end of the night for Gutierrez. He is going to be taken out of the ball game. And it is going to be Wen-Ji Chen to come to bat, and we're going to get a pitching change. It looks like it is Leo Crawford coming in. Hang tight, everybody. We'll be back in just a moment. Appreciate you guys for listening here in with us. 3-0 for Nicaragua over Chinese Taipei. We'll be right back after this. We got a 3-0 lead. It is Nicaragua ahead of Chinese Taipei, but Chinese Taipei have a runner aboard. We'll be back in just a moment.
Thank you, Freddie. Appreciate your support and everybody out there. Steve again here, obviously, with the Milwaukee Brewers. Of course, we have Bernie Brewer on my favorite beverage of choice right there, along with a card of Bernie. Yay. Now, we got some special guests here. I'm not just talking about our Hall of Fame lineup. I must be in the front row. Hey, come on there, Robin. I got 3,000 hits. What do you have? Well, I was the all-time saves leader, and I got 1.5 feet on you. Okay, Raleigh, settle down, buddy. Now, none of this could be possible without Harvey's Wallbangers. There's Harvey. And who could forget the Fonz? Hey.
Welcome back, everybody. Leo Crawford on in relief, the lefty, and he delivers a first pitch fastball to Wen-Ji Chen. Count is quickly 0-1. Runner at first is Nianting Wu. They went to the bullpen to bring in Crawford here. As the lefty delivers, it is a fastball swung on and tap foul behind home plate. Count goes to 0-2 on Chen. Chen's 1 for 2 tonight. He had a single and 2 trips. He has 2 for 9 in the tournament. As he bats from the left side here against the left-handed throwing Crawford, who holds to the set and now delivers. It's a fastball swung on. His tap softly over to third. Rayo fields it. He goes to second for 1. Back to first, not in time. Hey, they had the shift on there. It was really interesting. Rayo had moved over. He was well into the 6 hole. He had fielded it perfectly, and it was the shortstop who actually made the play at second base because the second baseman was so far into the 4 hole. And Zamora had it, but they weren't able to get the speedy running of Chen down the line. So it goes as a fielder's choice, 6-4 to retire Wu. But Chen is the runner at first. So Crawford throws over to first, and diving back in time is the runner. 2 for 9 is Chen. So we have the lefty leaning in here as time has been called. Po Swan Wong at the plate here. He is officially 1 for 1 tonight. He's also drawn a walk. 7 for 10 in the tournament. The hottest hitter here for Chinese Taipei as he swings and fouls away at a fastball, and the count now is 0-1. Wong has been very, very solid in his play so far. Pitch on the way, fastball swung on, grounded over to the right side, fielded into the 4 hole deep by the second baseman. The runner on the plate, Chen, was in motion. And they really had to be able to do it. Leighton had to really go deep into the 4-hole because he was moving towards second base. And then he ended up having to go to his left, fielded the ball, and that is going to be a ground out of 4-3 on Wong. It advances Chen into scoring position. So he is at second with 2 gone, and it's going to bring up the catcher, Xiaohong Cheng. Are we going to see a pinch hitter here for Cheng? It looks like we are. Looks like it is going to be number 65 entering the ball game. And right now, I don't see a 65 at this point. Oh, there it is. It's Chung Yu Chen, one of the other catchers. And the first pitch to Chen is a fastball that misses outside, and the count is 1-0. So he is pinch hitting here for Chang. Chung Yu Chen. As the lefty Crawford works himself to the set. Here's the pitch. Fastball that misses up and away, and the count now goes to 2-0. Lefty again holds to the set, kicks and delivers. Fastball taken for a called strike. The count goes to 2-1. 2 balls and 1 strike. 0 for 4 in game 1 was Chen, and he hasn't sniffed any action since. But he gets to come in here to hit for the catcher in the last of the 6th to keep it going. 2-1 on the way. Fastball. Is that not a strike? I don't know what that was. That's 3 balls and 1 strike. Oh, the Nicaraguans are going to be ticked off at this umpire. That pitch looked pretty good. So 3 balls and 1 strike it is. They've been up in arms all night. As there's a fastball swung on and missed. It's now 3-2. That just changes everything right there. I mean, that pitch goes to 2-2, and then he blows that one by the hitter. He's walking back to the dugout, but I don't understand what is going on with the inconsistency of the home plate umpire here tonight. Here's the pitch. Fastball swung on. It is lifted foul over on the first base side. It's going to reach the seats. And, I have to say, when we watch Major League Baseball umpiring, there's a lot of people that malign the umpires in Major League Baseball. Even in the Japanese league, they get maligned quite a bit. But when we watch the games as a whole, there are some umpires that are at the top of their game, and they are really, really, really good. And here we get onto the world stage. You don't always know what you're going to get from some other of these associations with the fellas who are out there umpiring. And I'd say that it's not one of the finer games delivered tonight by the Korean umpire. There's a fastball swung on. It is lifted into right center field, racing over and making the catch is the center fielder. We almost had a collision, but it was the center fielder Dawson who cut in front of the right fielder at the last moment to make the grab. And that is going to do it here. Oh boy, there's going to be some communication in the dugout, I'm sure, to be had. But that is going to do it here as Chinese Taipei is gone here in their half of the 6th. No runs in the inning, no hits, no errors. There was a runner left aboard. We're now through 6 complete. Your score is Nicaragua 3, Chinese Taipei no score. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a little bit. Appreciate you guys for jumping in with us on the Last Raps Baseball YouTube channel. We'll be right back in just a few. We'll be back in just a few. It is a 3-0 lead here as we go to the top of, or the bottom of inning number 6 has just been completed. We're going to the top of the 7th. Hope you guys are enjoying the call here tonight. Appreciate you guys for listening in. We'll be right back in just a few. Welcome back to everybody. The top of the order is Juan Montez to come to bat, and he had fouled the first pitch away, and he takes a breaking ball that is upstairs. Looks like we're now counts or even at 1-1. As I say, we have to check that. It's 2 balls and no strikes. Got to keep our eye here on the counter because it has been rather erratic over the tournament. There's a fastball swung on. This is belted down the left field line. If it stays fair, it's going to be trouble, and this ball is going to be just hooked foul into the upper deck. Oh boy, he absolutely turned on that and obliterated it. But it is just a long strike. It is 2 balls and 1 strike now to Montez. Montez is got a single in 3 trips. He's also reached on an error and scored a run. 4 for 11 in the tournament. As the pitch comes in, it is a fastball that misses low. Well, who knows if it misses low, because that pitch there, the umpire has been calling that pitch sometimes, and sometimes not. Maybe the Nicaraguans have given him enough grief. He doesn't want to call that anymore. He's going to change his zone here in inning number 7. Fastball swung on. This ball is lifted into right field. Coming in on it is sung toward the line. He calls everybody off, and he's there to make the catch as Montez is going to be retired for the first out of the inning. Brandon Layton is now striding to the plate. So Layton is 2 for 3. He's got a single, a double, an RBI, and scored a run. And the pitch on the way to Layton is a breaking ball. It's taken for a called strike. The count is 0-1. So no balls and a strike. Right-hander, again, working into the set position, and he kicks and delivers. Breaking ball swung on. This ball is lined into left field, coming hard, sliding, and not able to make the catch. Rounding first and digging for second is Layton. The throw is in time, but it is not going to be able to get the runner as it had trickled away from Lee, who was covering at second base. Layton on the ground there. He is signaled, I think, for the trainer. We're going to have a look at that one as he went head first in. The ball was not caught. It's the second time that the left fielder, Lynn, in this tournament has had to block a ball. He did it earlier with his face. Oh, that's why I think he was signaling to check it, because he thought that maybe he was tagged out, but he had got in there, but he didn't realize that the ball was dropped and muffed by the fielder. So I don't know if they're going to rule that a double. I think it's more of a single and he advances, but we'll see how they actually officially rule that one. Well, they do give him a double, so Layton's 3rd hit of the night. There's a first pitch fastball taken for a called strike by Dawson. So we got a runner in scoring position with 1 gone. Dawson is 1 for 2 tonight. He's got a single. He's driven in a run, stolen a base, and walked. Base hit here could add another insurance run on the board here for the Nicaraguans. Pitch on the way. Fastball misses in. Count now goes to 1-1 on Dawson. Chinese Taipei. Well, if they lose this game tonight, we'll have to get it done on Tuesday. Fastball swung on and fouled away, and the count goes to 1-2 on Dawson. So Dawson in the 3-hole here. 2 for 10 in the tournament. As he waits on the offering from the right-hander. Pitch on the way. Breaking ball swung on, hammered, foul down the right field line. It's going to reach the seats. Keeps the count at 1-2. Elian Miranda, the first baseman, waits his turn on deck. And we know how tonight has gone for Miranda. It's not gone really well, especially with his relationship with the home plate umpire. So Dawson waits here on the 1-2 offering. Pitch on the way. Fastball at 91. He swings at and misses. And he goes into the books. That's going to be out number 2 here. So Dawson gone on strikes. It's going to leave it up to the first baseman, Miranda. It looks like there was a casualty in the stands as One of the young supporters was hit with a foul ball. Got to keep your heads up at the games, as the first pitch is a breaking ball waved at and missed, and the count is quickly 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike to Miranda. I remember going to games as a youngster, and my dad would never sit close to the field of play because you have young children, they never always are watching the game. There's a fastball swung on, grounded over to short. Yu Cheng fields it. He throws it over to first. Miranda doesn't even get all the way down the line. And he is retired on a ground out 6-3 for the third out of the inning. While they strand the one-out double by Brandon Layton. No runs in the inning. There was a hit. There was no errors and 1 runner left aboard. We're moving to the bottom of the 7th inning. Your score is Nicaragua 3, Chinese Taipei, no score. Hang tight, everybody. We'll be back in just a few. We appreciate you guys for being with us. Welcome back, everybody. We are moving to the last half of the 7th inning. It is a 3-0 ball game for Nicaragua over Chinese Taipei. Nicaraguans have played some pretty stingy defense so far. They had the first 2 games, 1 extra innings to 10 innings. They only allowed 1 run in each of the first 2 games against Spain and against the Republic of South Africa. Tonight, they are shutting out the opposition. So basically, in 26 innings, they've only allowed 2 runs. The first pitch from Crawford to Sung is a breaking ball that misses down for a ball. Count is 1-0. Crawford, who came on in relief in the last inning, delivers a fastball. It's swung on, grounded over to Zamora at short. He fields it. He throws to first. And that is going to retire Sung on a ground out 6-3. I have to say, defensively tonight, you got to think that Zamora has got to be the MVP defensively, the shortstop for Nicaragua. He has made some really neat plays. He's been involved in a number of putouts, a number of assists throughout the course of the ball game. And when you have somebody that's up the middle, you need them to be involved. There's a first pitch fastball that misses outside to the leadoff hitter, Lin. So this is Chi Wei Lin. Lin is 1 for 3 tonight. He's got a single in 3 trips. He's also struck out looking and lined to short. There's a fastball that catches the outside corner for a called strike, and the count goes to 1-1. Lin 1 for 3 tonight, 4 for 12 in the tournament. As the lefty Crawford delivers, there's a fastball that's taken for a called strike, and the count goes to 1-2. Crawford has some interesting deliveries. That was a bit of a quick pitch. He didn't go into a full leg lift. And here's even a quicker pitch. And the batter fouls it off his front foot. And the count now remains at 1-2. So what do you think of Nestor Cortez, who's now with the Milwaukee Brewers? And he's got a bag of tricks up his sleeve. So too does the pitcher Leo Crawford here. So here comes the offering to the left-handed hitting Lin. And now he kicks and he pauses, he double pumps and he delivers. There's a fastball swung on. It is grounded up the middle. Zamora moving to the right side of second base, fields it. He throws to first. And that's going to retire Lin on a ground out 6-3. So 2 up and 2 away. And that is going to leave it up to the second baseman, Seung Xian Lee. but it's also going to bring the manager out to the mound. It looks like the Crawford's night's going to be done on 19 pitches. So they're going to take the ball from him. They're going to go to the bullpen yet again. So Crawford comes in and does his job. He retires 4 of the 5 batters that he faced. Actually, he retired all 5 of the batters because he did get the fielder's choice. So he gets a round of applause from the few Nicaraguan supporters in the stands. We're going to take a little time out. We're going to be back in just a moment. Bottom of the 7th inning, 2 gone here. Nicaragua has a 3-0 lead over Chinese Taipei. Appreciate you guys for being with us. We'll be right back after this. Welcome back, everybody. It is going to be Jesus Garrido on to replace Leo Crawford here. He's going to complete his warm-up tosses, and we'll be ready to resume the action. It is a 3-0 lead for Nicaragua here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Appreciate you for those of you who have stuck around with us here tonight to listen in. And for those of you who are listening on delay, we appreciate you guys for being here as well. A 3-0 ball game has then now turned into here. There's Nicaraguans will look to try to add another run in their innings, but we have 2 out here, nobody on, and it is Sung Sian Lee coming up to bat. And certainly it would be in the interests of the Nicaraguans to try to be able to retire this hitter here so they don't have to face the meat of the order with runners on base. That would be the best scenario. So here we go back to the live action as the right-hander kicks and delivers. It's a fastball that's taken for a called strike, 87-mile-an-hour heater. So no balls and 1 strike. Lee, the 30-year-old, looking for his first hit tonight. He is 0 for 3, grounded out twice and struck out. As there's a fastball that misses off the outside corner, and the count goes even to 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Right-hander against the right-hander as he holds to the set, and the pitch is on the way. It's a breaking ball that misses outside, and the count now goes to 2-1 on Lee. 2 balls and 1 strike. Any soft contact that he can induce here, I'm sure that they would be happy with, as the 2-1 is on the way. It is a fastball swung on. It is popped up into shallow right center field, moving back on it and now moving in and making the catch is the right fielder as the second baseman, Brandon Layton, got himself out of the way, and that'll do it here as that will end the inning for Chinese Taipei. So they're starting to run out of outs. There was no runs in the inning, no hits, no errors, nobody left aboard. Chinese Taipei retired in order. We're going to the top of the 8th inning. Your score is the Nicaraguans 3, Chinese Taipei no score. We'll be back in just a few with all the action. Appreciate you guys once again for listening in. Here's our friend Steve.
Hello, guys. Thank you for joining Freddie here on his baseball game. And I'm Steve Rademacher, and my channel is really all about everybody, including all my international friends. We have such stuff as non-sport packs from Canada, the OP cheese. We have the Greek Freak. We have money from around the world. We have lira. We have yen. We have francs. We have pounds. We have Deutschmarks. We have all kinds of cool stuff like that. We even have some cooler things like Japanese women wrestlers and OPC baseball cards where I cannot read the back. We even have unopened material like the royal family, I know it's backwards, from London, England. Thank you for watching. Back to Freddie.
Appreciate you there, Steve, and the support you give to our channel. We do have a pitching change as the Chinese Taipei are going yet again to the bullpen. It's going to be Jun Yu Seng in the ball game to replace Bohao Chen. So a pitching change here. We're looking at the rankings. Chinese Taipei right now is ranked at number 2 in the World Baseball Softball Confederation rankings. Nicaragua 16 and Spain 24. What does it all mean? You can throw a lot of that out the window when you get into these type of tournaments because it depends on who and where they're at. But definitely, I'm kind of curious to see. Obviously, they run these tournaments in areas or the qualifying tournaments. I know in years past, there was qualifying tournaments in Germany and in different places. I wonder what it would do for baseball if they ran a qualifying tournament in Nicaragua. The problem is unlike in Taipei, they can get a gate receipt. Can you get a gate receipt in a stadium that maybe doesn't hold a whole lot of people in Nicaragua? Fastball misses outside. Count is 1-0. I was talking to a friend of mine a number of years ago who was involved in baseball in the Oceanic region. There's a fastball that misses inside. And the one thing he said about soccer is that soccer, with their money, FIFA, they would go into countries, they would help build stadiums, help be able to do that. Baseball has always been the opposite. They've been slow to develop, but a lot to take away. They are always in the business of making money. There's a fastball swung on and fouled away. Count is 2-1 here to Alegria. Alegria was able to scrounge out the third run for Nicaragua in the last time he was up. He single, stole a base, advanced to third on an error, was brought home on a sacrifice fly. It was manufacturing a run. Fastball swung on, popped up on the right side. It's playable here in fair territory for Wong. He makes the catch, and that is going to retire Alegria for the first out of the inning. So one gone, and that is going to bring up the third baseman, Elian Rayo. Well, for Rayo, he is 0 for 3 tonight. He's looking for his first hit of the tournament. He is 21 years old. He has made some really nice plays defensively, but has nothing to show for it on the offensive side of the ledger. And he swings through a first pitch, 95-mile-an-hour fastball, and the count is 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike. Right-hander Seng delivers. Fastball misses upstairs at 95. Count goes to 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Right-hander holds to the set. Here comes the pitch. Kicks and delivers. Fastball catches the outside corner for called strike. That was at 94, and the count now goes to 1-2. We're in the top of the 8th inning. Nicaragua with a 3-0 lead. As the right-hander kicks and fires. Fastball swung on and lifted foul into the seats over on the third base side of home plate, and the count remains at 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes it is. Rayo has asked for time here as the pitcher had got himself a new baseball, but he wasn't really set, was Rayo. So here comes the offering from the right-hander. It's a breaking ball. It's taken for a called third strike. Not sure what Rayo was looking for, but that wasn't in the books. That's the second time tonight he's gone down looking. The way I would probably describe the young right-handed hitting third baseman is confused, as he has gone for out number 2. That's going to leave it all up to the shortstop, Freddie Zamora. Well, for Zamora tonight, he is 0 for 2. He had a sacrifice fly to drive in a run his last time up. But he has been defensively very, very sound for the Nicaraguans as he takes a breaking ball for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike. Zamora to be followed by Rivera as the pitch is a fastball taken for a called strike, and the count now goes to 0-2. Chinese Taipei is running out of outs. They're going to have to get something done. They're going to have to pull some late inning magic out if they want to get back into this one. Here's the pitch. Fastball swung on and fouled straight back, and the count remains at 0-2. As I mentioned the other night, I'm sure that the organizers would not be disappointed to see them in a 2-3 game. It would be another big gate receipt at the Taipei Dome. Whereas if it was a Spain-Nicaragua game, you probably would have to count the empty seats as there's a pop-up hit to the opposite number at short, softly fielded by Yu Cheng, and that is going to do it. That's going to retire Zamora for the third out of the inning. And they go quietly to the Nicaraguans. That's 5 in a row now retired by Chinese Taipei pitching. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left the board. We're moving now to the 8th inning, bottom of the 8th. Your score is the Nicaraguans 3, Chinese Taipei no score. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a little bit with all the action. Appreciate you for hanging in here with us tonight on the Last Rouse Baseball YouTube channel. Here's our friend Steve again, opening some Garbage Pail Kids.
Hey guys, Steve come back at you again. Steve Rademacher, that is. And during this intermission, let's open up a package of Garbage Pail Kids Series 4 Chrome, shall we? See what we get, then we'll come right back to the game with Freddy. Oh, very nice. I got a Ruptured Rupert. Very nice. We have a Jules Brooks to go right along with everyone's favorite Death Jeff. Sorry about the glare, but that's what Chrome do. We did get a Mosquito. You know, that's Wisconsin State bird right there. And the cracked ice is a Pinned Penny. Gotta love Garbage Pail Kids. Gotta love Freddy. Gotta love baseball. See you next time.
Appreciate you there, Steve, and all you do for our channel. And we support Steve Rademacher. Be sure after the game to go check him out, as he's got all kinds of entertainment for everybody. Well, Garrido is still going to be on the mound. He is going to be facing the 3, 4, and 5 hitters to come to bat for Chinese Taipei. And what does that mean? It means it'll be Chen, Chang, and Wu to come to bat. That's Chi Xian Cheng, Yu Chang, and Ni Ting Wu to face him here in the 8th inning. So 6 outs away it is, and the first pitch is a fastball that misses upstairs to Chen for ball 1, and the count is 1-0. Chen tonight is officially 0 for 2. He walked in the first and has grounded out and flown out. As the pitch is on the way, it's a fastball swung on. It is popped up into right field. Coming in on it is Christian Sandoval. He's got room to make the catch, and that is going to do it. So 1 gone here in the 8th inning, and as we said, they're starting to run out of outs, are the Chinese Taipei ball club. That's going to bring Yu Chang to the plate. Chang tonight is 2 for 3. He's got a couple of singles in his 3 trips. He's now 4 for 12 in the tournament. Batting from the right side here against the right-handed throwing Garrido, and the pitch is a breaking ball that misses outside, and the count is 1-0. They need something to get the offense jump-started here, do the Chinese Taipei ball club. Here comes the pitch. It is a breaking ball swung on. This ball's hammered into left field. That's going to get down for a base hit. It's going to get all the way to the wall. Chang is rounding first. He's heading into second, as that ball has been dug out of left field by Montez, and sliding in safely into second base is Yu Chang with a double, and that is maybe what the doctor ordered for Chinese Taipei. So he is aboard. Runner at second with 1 gone. It'll bring Nin Ting Wu to the plate, and it's going to bring the manager or the coach out to the mound here to have a word with Garrido, or it is the manager, and it is going to be the end of the night. So Garrido is finished. We're going to get a pitching change. He faces 3 batters, retires 2 of the 3 batters that he faces, but he's going to be responsible for Yu Cheng at second. And it is going to be Carlos Teller who is entering the game. He's going to replace Garrido. So we'll be back in just a couple of moments. We appreciate you guys for listening in, whether it's live or on delay. We'll be right back after this pitching change.
Thank you, Freddie. And hey, guys, let's open up a 5-card pack of 2023 Topps Baseball. And remember, during this timeout, you can also go visit some other channels. Oh, look, Jeter Downs. Bleh. Diamond Princess, she's great. Oh, there's a cubby. Screw that. Hey, go check out the one and only Bud Stoney. Oh, here's one for another Hollis build. And you can stay anywhere you want to when you're around Freddie and the Seattle area. That's good for Mr. Infuego. And you know what? Why don't we bring out one of the Oakland A's for a league of her own? Bingo! Thank you, Freddie. Pitchers look like they're ready. Let's play ball.
Welcome back, everybody. Carlos Teller coming on in relief. He is going to be the fifth pitcher used tonight by the Nicaraguans, as he will be facing Ningting Wu here, slated to come to bat. So it'll be a lefty-lefty matchup. That's one thing I got to give the credit to the Asians for in their league, specifically in Japan. When we watch Japanese league, Koreans, same. I assume I haven't watched enough of the Chinese league, but it is that they're not afraid to have lefties face lefties. So unlike the matchups that we sometimes see in North America, where the lefties just don't face the lefties, the way the game has evolved, in Japan, they go head-to-head with them. And so when you get into tournaments like this, the matchups in some ways, I do believe, become secondary because they are comfortable in seeing the pitchers that they're about to face. So here we go as the lefty Teller is ready to deliver. The first pitch to Wu is a fastball that's down in the dirt, almost gets away from the catcher. Yu Cheng is going to retreat back to second base, and the count is 1-0. And Rivera there had to get out and knock that thing down. Wu tonight is 0 for 2. He's also drawn a walk, 4 for 13 in the tournament. As Teller leans in and gets the sign from his catcher, Rivera. And the pitch on the way is a fastball that misses up and in. It's now 2-0. Nicaragua is 5 outs away from punching their ticket. Teller is a 38-year-old from Managua, the capital, as he leans in and gets the sign. So the veteran lefty on to try to do some work here, and he misses with a fastball down and away. It's now 3-0. So 3 balls and no strikes. Looming on deck is the center fielder, Wen-Ji Chen. So we'll see how this plays out here, as it's 3 balls and no strikes. Teller holds set. He checks the runner. Now he kicks and delivers a fastball that's center cut for called strike. The count is 3-1. And as a manager, that would drive you absolutely insane. You've got yourself a lefty on the mound who can't get lefties out, especially at the big league level in North America. That's what they are there for. Here's the 3-1 fastball that misses upstairs. It's going to be ball 4, and Wu's going to get himself a walk. That's going to put runners at first and second with 1 gone. It's going to bring the pitching coach out of the dugout on a full-on sprint. So that puts runners at first and second with 1 gone. It's going to bring Wen-Ji Chen to the plate. Chen is 1 for 3 tonight. He's 2 for 10 in the tournament. More action in the bullpen as it's Brian Torres up and throwing for the Nicaraguans. So, yeah, you get late in the game here, and this is where it starts to become interesting, as it is a chess match between these two. The Nicaraguans obviously want to win this game here now. They're at a point where they can taste it. Don't want to have to go into a one-game showdown against the Spanish. As I said, if they had to go into a 3-way tie, I do believe it would be Spain that would go through. I think it was Chinese Taipei that would actually be who they would face, but we'll have to do the quick math after the game. Here's the pitch. Fastball misses inside from Teller, and the count is 1-0. So Chen, the hitter here, ahead in the count 1-0. Runner at second, Yu Cheng, 1 gone in the 8th. Lefty Teller holds set, now delivers. Fastball taken for a called strike, and the count is 1-1. And you got to start to wonder at what point would the Chinese Taipei hitters park the bat on the shoulder until the Nicaraguan pitchers can throw a first pitch strike. Here comes the 1-1 offering. Fastball misses inside. It's now 2-1. So Chen ahead in the count here. 2 balls and 1 strike. Teller leans in, gets the sign as he works himself to the set position. Pitch is on the way. Fastball swung on, grounded over to second. They go to second for 1, back to first. Inning-ending double play. It's going to go in the books as a 4-6-3 inning-ender here, and that is going to do it here for Chinese Taipei in their half of the 8th inning. They threaten, but they come away with nothing, as it is no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 runner left aboard. We are moving now to the top of the 9th inning. Your score is Nicaragua 3, Chinese Taipei no score. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a moment with all the action.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Namaste. Hey, I hope you guys have been enjoying the game. My name is Hollis. I've got a YouTube channel called Another Hollis Build. I love baseball cards. I open up brand new product for you guys. I open up old stuff. I do breaks. I do auctions. All kinds of stuff concerning baseball. I'm Friars faithful, Padres to the end. I also love Garbage Pail Kids and my animals. I have a ton of animals. It's like a mini petting zoo here around my house. I also love my city. San Diego, baby. I'll take you all around the city and show you what's up. If you guys dig stuff like that, cruise on over and check it out. It's Another Hollis Build. If you dig it, subscribe. I'd really appreciate to have more follow me along on the journey. Hey, either way, you guys have a wonderful day or a beautiful, beautiful evening. No matter which one it is, make sure that you make it great, my friends. Big up Last Raps Baseball. Yeah, Freddie, let's go. One love and peace. Yeah, man.
Appreciate you there, Matt Hollis, and the support you give to our channel. In turn, we like to support Matt, be able to check him out after the ball game, as he's got all kinds of crazy stuff going on down there in SoCal. Well, we got ourselves the top of the ninth inning. It's going to be the 8, 9, and 1 hitters to come to bat for Nicaragua. That means Ronald Rivera, Christian Sandoval, and the top of the order, Juan Montes, to come to bat here for the Chinese Taipei. They have yet again gone to the bullpen. It's going to be Yuan Chen entering the fray. So Yuan Chen on in relief. And he is going to be the 7th pitcher used tonight by Chinese Taipei, as he will be facing the catcher Rivera and Christian Sandoval. Then the top of the order in Juan Montes. So very interested to see how this is going to shake down. Rivera 1 for 3 tonight. He is 2 for 6 in the tournament. But the Chinese Taipei, in front of their home crowd, it's a little different vibe than what we saw in the late fall during the Tournament 12 tournament, as they are not playing like they were then. Here's the first pitch. It is a fastball taken for a called strike. The count is 0-1 to Rivera. Rivera, as we said, has a single in 3 trips tonight, 2 for 6 in the tournament. The 31-year-old catcher of the Nicaraguans. There is a fastball swung on. It's rolled over to short. Chang fields it, throws to first. And that's going to retire Rivera on a ground out 6-3. He's gone for the first out of the inning, and it'll bring up the right fielder Christian Sandoval. This is going to be Sandoval's first at bat of the ball game. He came on to replace Mendoza as he bats from the right side. Pitch on the way as a fastball swung on, and it's going to be lifted foul. 24-year-old is from, I don't know if it's Yugpala. I forget how you would say that. There's a breaking ball that misses down and away. Good discipline there by Sandoval to take that outside. Count is 1-1. He's not a big fella. Looks like he can run a little bit. Looks like he is fairly lean and athletic. 1 ball and 1 strike to Sandoval. As the right-hander delivers, there's a fastball swung on it. Is line foul into the seats, reach over the netting. The netting really doesn't seem to be doing a whole lot. Certainly woke up the people in the crowd there. It's now 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here to the right-handed hitting right fielder of the Nicaraguans. Here's the pitch. Fastball swung on and fouled straight back. And the count is going to remain at 1-2. Well, looking ahead, if the Nicaraguans do win this ball game tonight, it sets up a Spain-Chinese Taipei rematch, where the Spanish took care of Chinese Taipei in the first game. There's a breaking ball swung on and tap foul. So we'll see how that one would play out. One thing I will say is with the South Africans last night and the Nicaraguans tonight, there's only 1 player not born in Nicaragua that's on this team. And same thing with the South Africans. Only really if I remember last night, I don't think they had any But when we look at the Spanish ball club, there's only one player that's actually born in Spain. Everybody else is from Latin America. As there's a breaking ball swung on. This is grounded through the 6-hole into left field. And Sandoval's got his first hit of the tournament, first hit of the ball game in his first at bat. So he's got himself a 1-out single. That's going to bring up the top of the order in Juan Montes. And I think if I'm the Nicaraguans here, I might want to turn Sandoval loose at first base there to see if he can maybe swipe the bag. But what do we have here? They've got a little time. They're trying to get the attention of the umpire here. No, it looks like everything is all set and ready to go. So runner at first, Sandoval. Montes at the plate. He is 1 for 4 tonight. He's got a single. He's scored a run. He's reached twice, as he did reach on an error, and he swings through a 91-mile-an-hour fastball, and the count is quickly 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike. One thing you don't see is, or we haven't seen, is any pitch intruders or field intruders. And you got to like that. That absolutely, when I see that in North America or in other parts of the world, Europe, you don't see that in Asia for sure. There's a fastball swung on, is hammered through the 4-hole into right field. And stopping at second is going to be Sandoval. A nice piece of hitting there by Montes, staying inside the ball, going the other way. He's got himself a single. Nicaragua's got something brewing here in the ninth. It's going to bring Brandon Layton to the plate, who is the hottest hitter for the Nicaraguans. He is 3 for 4 tonight. He's got a couple of doubles and an RBI. He scored a run. He is 6 for 12 in the tournament. And if you want somebody at the plate, this is the guy you want at the plate right now if you're Nicaragua. So Layton, the 26-year-old, he steps in. Batting from the right side here against the right-handed throwing Chen. As he works himself to the set position, here comes the pitch. It's a fastball taken at the knees for a called strike. Count is quickly 0-1 to Layton. Layton got the party started in the first inning with that RBI double to bring home Montes. Later came around to score himself on the RBI single off the bat at Chase Dawson. Right-hander Chen works to the set. Here comes the pitch. And that is a breaking ball that's waved at and missed. The count now goes to 0-2. So the reliever Chen way up in the count. Right-hander against the right-hander. Chen getting his sign from the catcher, Chung, who had come in late replacement. Fastball misses outside. Count goes to 1-2. The Chinese Taipei will have one more crack at the Nicaraguans, but the ledger is in the favor of the Latin American squad. They will be going to the Classic at this point. Breaking ball swung on and missed. The throw goes down to second base. It was a double steal. That's actually good baseball there. Usually they don't throw the lead runner. They'll try to get the trail if they can, but it is going to go down as a double steal. Sandoval will take third. Montes is going to take second. And Layton goes down on strikes. He's out for the second out of the inning. So now they've got two runners in scoring position, runners at second and third, and it brings Chase Dawson to the plate. And what a blow it would be here if Dawson can get himself a single. A single should bring 1 and possibly 2 runs home if he can do the job. So here we go. Here comes the first pitch to the 3-hole hitter. It's a fastball center cut for a called strike. Count is 0-1. Dawson 1 for 3 tonight. He's got a single and 3 trips. He's also stolen a base, driven in a run, and drawn a walk. So 2 for 11 in the tournament. But how big would a base hit here be? Fastball swung on, lined over the head of the second baseman. It's down into right center field. That's going to get a pair of runs in. Dawson is digging for 2. The throw is not in time, and he is going to get himself a 2-run double. And that should be enough insurance here to ice the cake here for the Nicaraguans, one would think, as it brings home Sandoval and Montes. and it gives the Nicaraguans a 5-0 lead. So who would have thunk it coming into the tournament, or this little mini tournament, that Nicaragua would be the team that would be putting it up here? The pitching coach, Lynn, out to the mound. It's going to bring Elian Miranda to the plate. Miranda, who is 0 for 4 tonight, 0 for 10 in the tournament, looking for his first hit. Well, the way Chen has been pitching, one would have to think that you want to be racing up to the plate to try to get your swings in here. Miranda has struck out twice and grounded to short twice. More importantly, has given the umpire an earful a couple of times. There's a fastball swung on, is lifted into right field. Slicing, it's going to drop in. Rounding third and heading home is Dawson. The throw is not going to be in time. Not a great decision on the throw. And what a timely piece for Miranda to get his first hit. He's got an RBI single. It's going to increase the scoreline to 6-0 for Nicaragua as Dawson comes home to score the 6th run. And that'll leave it all up to the designated hitter, Benjamin Alegria, to come in. And one would have to think at this point, Chen is just going to be taking bullets here until he can get himself out of this inning. They don't want to waste another arm. So Alegria tonight is 1 for 4. He has singled, stole a base, scored a run. Fastball misses outside to count as 1-0. So Nicaragua looking to punch its place into the World Baseball Classic next year. Good for Nicaragua, I guess. But it means more work for Chinese Taipei. There's a fastball that misses down, and the count now goes to 2-0. So 2 balls and no strikes. Right-hander Chen getting the sign from his catcher as he works himself to the chest position. And now delivers. Fastball swung on. This is lifted foul into the seats over on the first base side. The count is 2-1. It's the 20th pitch here delivered. I think if you throw 20 pitches, I believe you got to get a day's rest on the pitch count rules. The way Chen is pitched tonight, they might want to blow him up and not have to be able to give him be an option for him on Tuesday. There's a breaking ball down. Good stop by the catcher, Chung, to keep it in front. 6-0 lead here for Nicaragua in the 9th. Right-hander against the right-hander as the pitcher delivers. Fastball misses outside. It's going to be ball 4. And the parade of batters to the plate continues here in the 9th inning. That's going to bring up Elian Rayo to the plate with 2 on and 2 out. The Chinese Taipei brass are talking in the dugout. Looks like we are going to get ourselves a pitching change as the pitching coach is making his way out to the mound. And that is going to do it here for Chen. He couldn't get himself out of the inning. Well, we're going to have to take a timeout. We've got ourselves a 6-0 Nicaraguan lead, as that is going to be a change that's coming here. They're looking for a right-hander. We'll be back in just a couple of moments. We appreciate you guys for hanging in here with us tonight on the Last Rouse Baseball YouTube channel. Here's our friend Steve.
Hello, guys. Thank you for joining Freddie here on his baseball game. And I'm Steve Rademacher, and my channel is really all about everybody, including all my international friends. We have such stuff as non-sport packs from Canada, the OP Cheese. We have the Greek Freak. We have money from around the world. We have lira. We have yen. We have francs. We have pounds. We have Deutschmarks. We have all kinds of cool stuff like that. We even have some cooler things like Japanese women wrestlers and OP-Chi baseball cards where I cannot read the back. We even have unopened material like the royal family, I know it's backwards, from London, England. Thank you for watching. Back to Freddie.
Welcome back, everybody. We have a pitching change as it is going to be Wei and Lin coming into the ball game to replace the pitcher Chin. So it is Wei and Lin in the game as the lefty is ready to go here. The pitch is on the way. It's a fastball that misses down and in. And the count is 1-0 to Rayo. Rayo tonight is 0 for 4. The third baseman for Nicaragua. He has struck out looking twice. He has flown to right and grounded out in his 4 trips. Fastball that is taken for a called strike. The count now goes even to 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Rayo, the last couple of bats, I used the word confused at the plate. Is probably an accurate description. As the lefty kicks and fires, there's a breaking ball that misses way outside. Count now goes to 2-1. Rayo looking for his first hit of the tournament. He is 0 for 5 entering, 0 for 9 in the tournament. At least 0 for 5 entering tonight's game. As the lefty holds to the set and now delivers. Fastball misses up and in. It goes to 3-1. Runner at second, Miranda. Runner at first, Allegra. There is 2 gone here in the 9th. The Nicaraguans are already pushed 3 runs across the board. And they are frothing at the mouth looking for more here with 2 gone. As the lefty Lin ready to go here as he holds set. And now delivers. It is a fastball swung on and missed. The count now goes full to Rayo. The pitch was at 93, so the youngster looked, as we said, a little bit overmatched there. 8 pitchers used tonight by Chinese Taipei. And not many with effectiveness. Here's the pitch. Fastball swung on and missed as Lin puts away Rayo for the 3rd of the inning. So he's got himself the sombrero. Does Rayo. He's gone for out number 3, but damage done and lots of it here in the 9th. 3 runs by the Nicaraguans on the benefit of 4 hits. There were no errors in the inning, and there was 2 runners left aboard. We're moving to the bottom of the 9th inning. Your score is Nicaragua 6, Chinese Taipei no score. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a few with all the action. Appreciate you for being with us.
Hello, this is Eric Fox, formerly of the Oakland A's and Texas Rangers baseball teams. If you want to learn about Japanese baseball, see Coach Fred of Last Raps Baseball. If you want baseball instruction, see Coach Fred. If you want to learn about golf, do not go to Coach Fred. Fred, what kind of club is this?
At Last Raps Baseball, we know baseball. Appreciate you there, everybody, for being with us, whether you listen live or on delay. Welcome back. It is going to be the bottom third of the batting order to come to bat for Chinese Taipei in the bottom half of the 9th inning. They're going to need some instant runs. That is for certain, as it is going to be Teller still on the hill here, as he is about to face Wong for the first time tonight. Wong is 1 for 2. He's got a single and 3 trips, or 2 trips. He's also drawn a walk. The first pitch is a fastball taken for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. Wong in the tournament is 7 for 11. He has been on absolute fire. As the lefty kicks and delivers, it is a breaking ball swung on and grounded foul just past the bag at first base. And the count now goes to 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes it is. Lefty matchup as the pitcher ready to deliver. It's a fastball swung on. This is line foul down the left field line. The count remains at 0-2. So Carlos Teller, the 5th pitcher used tonight by the Nicaraguans. I'll be curious to see if they take him over the 20-pitch barrier. He's at 12 pitches right now. Or if they play chess as well. There's a breaking ball that misses down, and the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. So 1-2 here to Wong as the lefty again works to the set. Pitch on the way. Fastball misses down and away, and the count goes to 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Again, the lefty working himself to the set. Here comes the pitch. It is a breaking ball swung on, tap foul over on the first base side, and this battle is going to continue. 6 pitches already here to Wong. Nicaragua can taste the opportunity to get to the Classic. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball swung on and missed. And actually, it was tipped but caught by the catcher, and that is going to do it. Wong goes down on strikes, and he is going to be gone for the first out. Nicaragua in 2023 earned first ever tournament qualifying berth. They lost to Puerto Rico, Israel, Dominican, and Venezuela. They were out in 4 games. It's their 4th appearance in the qualifying round here, and that's going to be the end for Carlos Teller. His night is over, just as we suspected. They're going to go to the bullpen here. What few Nicaraguan fans are in the stands, they are cheering excitedly, but that is going to go to the bullpen. We are going to see Brian Torres to come in. He is going to be the 6th pitcher used tonight by the Nicaraguans. We're going to take a little time out here as he's going to get himself loose. But they are 2 outs away from victory here in Taiwan. Hang tight, everybody. We'll be back in just a few. Appreciate you guys for hanging with us on the Last Raps Baseball YouTube channel. Here is one of our little previews that we have as we do the in-between inning stuff with the Japanese League. We have some of their information as well. Welcome back, everybody. It is going to be the 8-hole hitter, the catcher, which is Chung Yu Chen, to come to bat, and then it'll be the right fielder Cheng Ji Sung to face Brian Torres, who is coming on in relief. They have 2 outs left to play with. It is Chinese Taipei, and the odds are definitely not in their favor, as it looks like Nicaragua will be punching their ticket to go and play in the Classic next year. So we'll see how this plays out. They have qualifiers that will be assigned to the groups. I'm not exactly sure where Nicaragua would fit in by winning this. And here comes the first pitch from Torres, a fastball taken for a called strike. That was at 87 miles an hour. So no balls and 1 strike it is. Chung Yu Chen at the plate. Came in defensively and replaced the starting catcher Cheng earlier on, as that pitch is delivered for a ball and the count is 1-1. It's the second at bat tonight for the catcher, and there is a fastball that's taken for a called strike, and the count now goes to 1-2. Flow to center field is first time up here in his first at bat. As the pitch is a fastball swung on, it is popped up over on the first base side, giving chase is the first baseman Miranda, and he's going to make the catch in foul territory, and that is going to put away Chen. He's going to be gone for the second out of the inning, and so now they're down to their final at bat. It is going to be a pinch hitter coming back, and this is going to be last night's starting second baseman. It'll be Lin coming to the plate. So this is Zhuwei Lin. He'll pinch hit for Sung. So they're down to their final at bat here. So Zhu Wei Lin steps in. He touches both sides of the plate, batting from the left side here against Torres. And the pitch on the way is a breaking ball that just misses outside for a ball. The count is 1-0. Sure, they'd love to be able to turn it over to the top of the batting order, but you don't got much to work with when you've got 2 outs. Down to their final out. Fastball taken at the knees for a called strike. And so finally, Nicaragua getting the low calls from the home plate umpire that they weren't enjoying earlier in the game. So we've got a ball and a strike. Here's the pitch. Fastball swung through and missed. That was at 88 miles an hour. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. As they are now down to their final strike. Pitch on the way. Fastball. Not sure where that was, but the home plate umpire didn't think it was a strike, and the count now goes to 2-2. So Nicaragua here looking to end this one here. The pitch on the way. Fastball down and away. Count goes to 3-2 to Lin. So Zhu Wei Lin trying to scratch and claw his way on base. Pitch on the way. Fastball down and in. It's going to be ball 4, and that is going to walk Lin. So he is aboard here. Brings up the top of the order in Chi Wei Lin. So interesting here. So Chi Wei Lin stepping to the plate. He is 1 for 4. He is grounded out. He's lined out. He is struck out looking, and he is singled. 4 for 13 in the tournament. And the pitch on the way is a fastball that misses inside. Count is quickly 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes. Check that. We've got a 1-1 count because they added a pitch count violation to him to begin the at-bat. So we missed out on that one. There's a fastball that's outside, and the count now goes to 2-1. So 2 balls and 1 strike to Lin. Pitch on the way. Fastball swung on, popped up in the shallow left field. Coming in on it is the left fielder, and it is going to be caught by Montez. And Nicaragua has come into Taipei and has played brilliantly, and they have punched their ticket as they are all celebrating on the field as that ball was caught by the left fielder to end the inning, and that is going to do it. Your final score is Nicaragua 6, Chinese Taipei no score. No runs in the inning, no hits, no errors, and 1 runner left aboard. The Nicaraguans are celebrating as they are punched themselves a spot in the 2026 World Baseball Classic. It'll be a Spain versus Chinese Taipei game on Tuesday. The 2-3 game, Chinese Taipei will be the visitors in that one. And so once again, your final score from Taipei City is Nicaragua 6, Chinese Taipei no score. Stick around, everybody. I'll come back and recap it, and then we'll call it a night right after this.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Namaste. Hey, I hope you guys have been enjoying the game. My name is Hollis. I've got a YouTube channel called Another Hollis Build. I love baseball cards. I open up brand new product for you guys. I open up old stuff. I do breaks. I do auctions. All kinds of stuff concerning baseball. I'm Friars faithful, Padres to the end. I also love Garbage Pail Kids and my animals. I have a ton of animals. It's like a mini petting zoo here around my house. I also love my city. San Diego, baby. I'll take you all around the city and show you what's up. If you guys dig stuff like that, cruise on over and check it out. It's Another Hollis Build. If you dig it, subscribe. I'd really appreciate to have more follow me along on the journey. Hey, either way, you guys have a wonderful day or a beautiful, beautiful evening. No matter which one it is, make sure that you make it great, my friends. Big up Last Raps Baseball. Yeah, Freddie, let's go. One love and peace. Yeah, man.
Welcome back, everybody. Nicaragua, 29 innings pitched and only 2 runs allowed. They have punched their ticket into the World Baseball Classic 2026 with the victory tonight here over Chinese Taipei. We'll give you the rundown here as it was all Nicaragua tonight. It started early and it finished late as they scored 2 runs in the first inning. Juan Montez reached on an error by the shortstop, Yu Cheng. Then Brandon Layton doubled him home for the first run of the ball game. Then Chase Dawson stepped up and singled home Layton, and just like that, Chinese Taipei got punched in the face by the hitting of Nicaragua. Boom, boom. And they're down 2-0 in the first. Nicaragua added another run in the sixth inning, a leadoff single by the designated hitter Benjamin Allegra. He stole second, and on the error by the catcher, advanced to third. And then with one out, Freddie Zamora hit a sac fly to bring home Allegra with the 3-0 lead. Well, Nicaragua added to the lead in the ninth inning. With one out, it was a single by Christian Sandoval, and then a single by Juan Montez put runners to first and second. After Brandon Layton struck out, it was Montez and Sandoval had a double steal. They were in scoring position at second and third. Up stepped Chase Dawson. He doubled home 2 more runs. That gave him 3 RBIs on the night. That increased the scoreline to 5-0. And then Elian Miranda, who was hitless up to that point in the tournament, he singled home Dawson to bring home another run. And that made the scoreline 6-0, and that is where it had ended. Once again, everybody, your final score: Nicaragua 6, Chinese Taipei 0. We appreciate everybody who had stuck around to listen to us here tonight on the Last Raps Baseball YouTube channel. We'll be back again on Tuesday late night. It is going to be Chinese Taipei versus Spain. Hopefully you guys can pop in and listen with us. We appreciate you guys for being here with us tonight. Have a great night, everybody. We will catch you again on Tuesday. Hopefully you guys can be here with us for all the action. Have a great night.